Alrighty, and we are live. Back at it again with D&D and the White Plume Mountain adventure. Today we have our regular crew and a guest, and an occasional guest appearance. Regular guest number 1 is Garm, played by Redcoat Sebastian. Hello.
Hello. Yar, I am Gom. Hear me raw. Barbarian Rage rules.
Accurate. Next we have Bono, Cattail, and or many other names. We will learn his actual name someday, possibly. Played by Manny, otherwise known as Manny. Hello.
Hi, I'm also MacMan.
That's what it is. In this, you still have it under Manny.
Yes,
Yes.
I'm Manny. I'm Manny here today.
Extremely occasionally also streaming on digital dopamine.
Digitized.
Digitized dopamine. My brain. My apologies.
It's okay.
How could
You're
I?
like the David of approximate knowledge.
Yeah, there you go. Accurate. I like this reference. And last but not least, we have Rafe, played by Cheshire Deer, or Ash. How are you? Hello?
World's quietest intro, I think.
Swallowed.
Sorry. I think I whacked my mic away from my mouth, but hello!
Okay, that is the polar opposite of the initial response of "Ah," as you proceed to get a mile away from your mic. Yeah.
No, I got excited, threw my hands up, but in the process I whacked my mic away from my face. So
That makes perfect sense.
And it's actually like a really sensitive mic, so if it's like more than like an inch away from my
Yep.
mouth, it's like nope. And I was like, oh, well then.
That is exactly what it sounded like, with someone going hi as they were being flung off into the distance.
Well, at least it was an entertaining intro.
And true, very true. I definitely don't practice these and come up with them literally on the spot, as you guys obviously know. And
it's okay.
actually, literally last but not least, we have our guest today, our good friend Zach, who I believe currently is muted and silenced, but maybe he'll hear us. Maybe he'll pop in and randomly interrupt us. We'll see. He's gonna hang out and chat with us while we play, which is always welcome. We have, just friends on our Discord here to hang. And I'm sure on occasion we'll have the extra secret special guest appearance of Manny's wife Anisha randomly in the background. So there you go. That should about cover our cast for today.
Yeah, and I don't have my little D&D fur baby helper on the couch with me today, so you won't get to hear his little snores. How unfortunate.
He's staying away from your sickie.
More so he likes to be attached to his daddy, so
I see.
He's in his daddy's office watching him play games with his friends, I believe.
Fair enough.
I get the whole couch to myself. Hot damn. I know, fancy,
Well,
right?
Are you guys ready for your story recap? I have a semi-long one this time.
Oh boy,
Yes.
I'm ready.
Alrighty. The adventure continues! The crew decided to go north. Yes, that is all. Figuring something about the hidden pathway will be revealed by investigating elsewhere. You may remember you discovered a supposedly secret pathway due to Whelm, Manny's sentient hammer, and couldn't figure out how to go through it. Through the doors to the north was a room of seemingly relative safety, despite its peculiar feature: a flowing river that carves its path through the northern section of the room. A river that is floating 2 feet off the ground in midair. After investigating this peculiarity, it was discovered that the river flowed from west to east, was fresh water, with a strong current, and even contained occasional fish. It was also found to be held aloft by some sort of magic barrier. The water itself was not innately magic. You did a great deal of investigating on this floaty river, which makes sense. The only other standout feature of the room were 6 kayaks with no oars, presumably used for traveling along this puzzling pathway. The kayaks being represented on screen by coffins, because there are no kayaks or tiny boats in Tailspire yet, and I have not learned how to mod Tailspire. They'll get to it eventually. The crew approached this problem with a wide net of possible solutions. Garm used the powers of wave to speak to and command the fish within the river, discovering for the group that there were dangers along the river. Land walkers, or so Garm's mustered army of blind cave fish referred to them.
Oh yeah.
Uh-huh. I haven't forgotten.
The army of blind cave fish that I've got currently waiting for.
Yep. They're still there. The crew asked Vera to summon Impetus again to scout the river. Rafe asked Impetus kindly. Bono then kicked them into the river. As Impetus screamed and flailed their way down the river, Rafe checked the room over and began devising how best to use the kayaks, until her keen senses picked up on the sudden intensity, then silence of Impetus's screaming. Something dangerous was ahead. After Rafe conveyed that the sound seemed to come from both tunnels, the one to the east and to the north, the one to the west and to the northeast, but it seemed closer from the west, Bono assumed his shadow form and went under the gap between the floating river and the floor, between the floating river and the floor of the tunnel to the west, where he then discovered the threat. Several well-armed and armored men were positioned along the river, waiting to ambush those that came from the northeast corner of the room. About, as best as he could surmise, 7 to 9 threats or more, based on the numbers of beds Bono could see in the room. This information was relayed safely back to the crew, and Rafe began thinking of how best to rig a bomb to send down on a kayak to their new friends. I hope that about sums up all the different things you guys did and thought of in this room dealing with this river, as that was our entire previous session.
About right.
So there you go. We currently have an army of blind cavefish being commanded magically by Aquaman, the skeleton minotaur. We have a gnoll who's preparing to arm and rig explosives onto a kayak to send a message. And we have Shadow Demon Scout Bono. And one, yet again, sacrificed for information, Impetus.
We thank him or her for her services.
Exactly. So
Can't wait for the PTSD to set in.
She'll be alright.
there's a reason almost every time people summon imps in D&D, they try to betray you and get one over on whoever's summoning them. So I think you're handling it correctly.
I think so too. We're doing an amazing job.
Maybe this is just a cycle that's being continued. And for those just watching the stream, this would be what Bono managed to uncover. Now, of course, if you guys are in the D&D game, you best not be watching the stream right now. You're allowed to pull up chat, and that's it. But this is the information Bono was able to generally glean with his sneakiness into the next room. And this is where the rest of the river tunnel goes off to. Oh hey, Impetus is still here. I should despawn you. You exploded. Alrighty, so what would you guys like to do?
I would like to find out if I enter the water, if my gigantic water can flow through me, because I'm skeleton body will get moved by the water.
You can. I will say that you've already tested that in our last session. Someone held their arm in, and you found it exceptionally difficult to keep your arm steady and stable. That the water is actually rushing at quite a fast and heavy speed. There's quite a bit of force behind this floaty magic river. I don't remember who it was, but someone put their arm in. Sorry, go ahead.
Has the water reached terminal velocity?
Not quite. It's not falling technically, it's flowing naturally. Magically
But
naturally.
infinitely faster?
No. No, it's not gaining in speed, if that's what you mean. No.
Like it's constantly falling
Yes.
down a hill.
Yes.
Well, Tom says yous should get in boat. Me stand behind in river and hold on to boat. Me no fit in boat most likely.
I still want to build a bomb.
I believe you would probably be able. Yeah, I know as far as visuals, but as far as actual scale for what I have stat wise and like size wise for these, Garm could fit in one, but you'd have to lay down in it because you're a bit too tall. The problem is, remember that the river floats 2 feet off the ground and is about 3 feet in thick circumference, whatever the 3 feet tall and wide river. There you go. So the ceiling of the cave is still only about 6 feet. So you have like a 3-foot space between sitting in the kayak in the river and hitting your head on the ceiling. So I think that's the thing Garm would struggle with the most, is bonking his horns on the ceiling of the cave if you tried to sit in one of the kayaks.
So what you're saying is, if I lay down in the kayak,
Correct.
I can just float down there and stealth
Yep.
it, because
Correct.
who's going to attack a skeleton?
Correct. You could completely just like, bones. You totally could do that. That is an option. You even have your bones form where you just kind of fall into a pile. They might wonder why the bones have weapons. But who knows?
Yeah.
We'll see where that goes.
I want to do that so bad.
You can.
Have we already determined that we can't crawl underneath
Yeah,
the river?
none of us are small enough to do it.
Yeah,
except for
basically.
me.
Yeah. Bono can only do it because he has his shadow form that's flat.
Right.
There's not enough space. So it's 2 feet off the ground currently.
Right.
But once you get into the cave, it's basically about a foot of difference. And it's essentially something you could totally try, but you don't necessarily know how far you'll need to crawl. And if you fuck up, you're going to get pulled along in the current. So it's a risky choice if you were to try it.
Right. That's fair.
I do
No, I
have,
just was trying to refresh my memory.
Yeah, all good.
I have an idea about how to handle the people, but I don't know how you guys would get over there safely.
We just have to ride the boat around.
Yeah. So I was thinking, I know there are probably more people in that area than I saw, but I could just use a gust of wind to try and blow as many of them into the water, like past the side of the wall that they're waiting for, and then I could use a wind wall, or I have a flame wall now
Ooh, fancy.
to like kind of stop them whenever they're inevitably pulled back.
Hmm.
That's about half of a plan. So the rest of it, if y'all want to take that route, then you figure that part out.
Gom want to ride in coffin with army of fish underneath to ambush.
Attack now, bones fall out of a kayak and a bunch of fish jump out of the river. What the fuck is happening?
I was gonna say they would be so fucking confused.
I mean,
Take that into consideration. That's a very good surprise tactic if other people were to do other things while that happens.
I mean, I'm just trying to think of a way how we could come in backwards while Garm goes forwards. But I don't think there's a way to do it.
you probably couldn't. You'd have to pass a lot of strength checks to push upwards through the river.
Yeah, I don't foresee it working.
Again, if anyone wishes to try, you can try to put a limb or stand or whatever into the water and see how well or not you can ford the river without said boat. Also, I'm gonna say during all of this, Vera probably, once she realizes there are threats, closes the door, just in case.
That's fair. Sorry. Uh, my lungs hate me. Mm, trying to think.
So,
Like, I
Garm
like
sounds like he knows what
Garm's.
he wants to do. What does everyone else want to do?
I like Garm's plan.
What are you
You
and
just
Bono doing during that plan? And
I
Vera, for that matter.
you
I'm
just
not
wait
gonna
a
lie.
minute.
I've got a really bad like COVID fog brain, so I am
That's okay.
struggling. I am struggling to come up with a good plan that's not gonna get my ass whipped.
Listen, there's nothing wrong with just winging a plan.
Uh
Just
huh.
wait a
Uh
minute.
huh.
Just wait a minute after I set off, and then get in your own boat and follow after.
Should I wait before or after I hear the screaming of what the fuck?
Just
Well,
wait a minute and then sail after. You'll hear my plan.
Okay. And I
I
guess.
think. Sorry.
mhm.
Continue.
Oh, I was just gonna say I think I might just wait a minute and follow Garb. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't sound like a bad plan.
I think I'll try and sneak in through the back entrance. I'm gonna shadow form and go back in. Maybe hide in a corner, so hopefully nobody sees me
Okay.
as a shadow.
I will
And a
say
shadow.
from your previous scouting, you were relatively confident that everyone you saw was not looking in your direction. They were looking in the direction of the other, like where the stream comes from their side of the room.
I'm sorry, David. Anisha was talking to me. Could you say that again?
Yep. You were, from your last scouting, last adventure, you were relatively confident that all of the people in that room weren't looking in the direction you snuck in from. They were looking at their end of the river where the river flows from on their side.
Okay then. Then yeah, I confidently would like to sneak into this corner where the barrels are next to the bookcase and just kind of wait right there for Garm to
Okay.
initiate his plan.
You certainly can. All right, and then so is the plan that Rafe and Vera are going to follow Garm after a short delay on their own kayaks?
Yeah, I think that that's a solid plan. Like, yeah. I genuinely cannot come up with better because, again, Rafe's too,
That's okay.
she's too thick to get through crawling
Oh,
under.
Rafe's thick. Cool.
Noted.
Well, she's thicker than a foot.
Yeah, I
So
think
Damn.
Noted.
you guys are carrying lots of things as well, and I don't think any of you are considered lithe or small or, skinny creatures by design of your characters. So yes,
no.
I think
We're
that's
all
fair to
thick.
say.
Is
Yeah.
Vera thick?
As thick as she is on screen, yes.
She got them curves, yo.
Accurate.
Well, during this conversation, I guess I'm just gonna pull a coffin to the river and it. Yeah, I guess I'll start getting into it while laying down.
Okay. So,
And at the same time, I'll have Wave tell my army of fish to follow me.
okay, so you guys need a third coffin, and by coffin I mean kayak.
I mean, there's 3 more against the wall.
Correct. There are 6 in the room total.
Oh, okay.
No, more? More than that. No, 6. Yeah, there we go.
There's 6 right now.
Yep. Okie doke. So you're gonna get in the first one?
Uh-huh.
All right. How are you getting the boat into the river and then getting yourself into the boat? Please describe this process.
My assumption is I have it kind of beside the river.
Mm-hmm.
I'll lay in it and everyone else just pushes it in, and the natural buoyancy of a boat will just pick it up onto the water.
That's a good idea. Probably still have to lift it to some extent, but yes.
He could get his fish friends to lift it.
I don't think they can come out of the water to lift something on the ground. They are just fish.
I mean like he can lift it and put it in the water, and the fish can like kind of hold it in place while he jumps
Oh, okay.
in.
Sure. I see where you're going. You can try that if that's the way you want to go about it. I am gonna make a roll for the fish to see if they can hold the kayak back.
Okay. You know what?
Uh-huh.
Vera, Wraith, I'm gonna put the boat. Me put boat in water. You hold with fish. Me climb it.
Okay. Do I need to make a roll for that?
No, so you're gonna help hoist. He's gonna be in the boat. He's gonna be in the kayak. You're gonna help hoist it in. The fish are also helping, and then that's it.
Yeah.
I believe that's what he was saying. Yeah.
Okay. All right, sounds good. We're gonna set it up so that we don't have to keep moving the kayaks for now. We're just gonna, we're gonna move your character like you are into the river. So, for Rafe, from you, I would like a strength check with advantage because someone is helping you. Someone being the fish. And I'm gonna make a private DM roll with some fish.
You didn't think this is how they get used? Hey,
Nope.
Plus 2.
So a 14 advantage, you get to roll again. That was a very good roll for the fish.
And an 18.
Okay, so you get an 18. The fish also help. All right, so Rafe, you're doing most of the lifting until the kayak gets into the water. So you are lifting a kayak and essentially Garm shit. So it's a lot, and it's not easy. But you just managed to get it up to the lip of the water where the fish are waiting to help. And it gets tugged away out of your hands up into the stream. And the fish essentially do nothing, and they catch up to the boat, and they're just swimming alongside the boat.
Oh, God. Jesus.
But you succeed. So Garm, congratulations. You are successfully in the boat, in the river, going.
Okay. Wave, make sure fish follow.
Actually, hold on. I don't remember if I still have everything in the right place. Let me double check my, Oh, where is it? This guy. Oh no. Well, hold on. Why isn't that?
Uh-oh.
Aww.
That's a technical foul.
Huh. I was
Dun,
going
dun,
to do
dun.
Wave's voice, but then for some reason my Go XLR isn't.
Picking it up.
It's clearly
It's not
you can
going,
hear.
or it's not XLRing.
It's not XLRing.
Damn it.
The control panel is not the way it normally is. It didn't launch correctly, and I don't know why. But clearly you can hear me, and I'm seeing it light up, and it's still registering my audio and everything. But when I click a button, it's not cycling. Well, that's annoying. Don't know why that's the case.
I like the voices.
I know, I do too. That's why I got the damn thing. Hold on. Ba-da-bum. Alright, that do it. There we go.
Why, yes, Garm, I will make sure the fish follow.
There, did that work?
Yes.
Okay,
It was
cool.
beautiful. Standing ovation.
Aha. With assisted technology, anyone can be a voice actor. Ahaha. Okay,
I'm
So-
too terrible at accents. I can't do it.
it requires practice for anybody. Someday I'll...
Fun is
do-
trying. The fun is in
Yes,
trying.
the fun is in trying, especially for D&D. Someday I'll force all of you to do it constantly, and we'll all just be miserable. All right, who's hopping in behind Garm? Garm is now shifting down the river. You're gonna wait. How long do you choose to wait? He told you to wait a minute. Do you just kind of wait until he's out of sight? Do you count down? What you doing?
Yeah, I'll wait till he's... Because I'm assuming based on the map, and from where I'm standing, I can
Uh-huh.
kind of see down this pathway
You
here a
can,
little
you can.
ways.
Yep.
I'll wait until he rounds that corner and I can't see him.
Okay. So then I'm just gonna speed forward, Garm. And you're
And I
gonna
have
get to... Oh, you're too big.
a...
You're gonna get to there.
she said.
Ha ha
Sorry.
ha. You're gonna get to
Anyway.
there. And then... I have to remember how to reveal things. Boop. And now, Garm, that's what you can see. And Rafe, you hop in after he curves around the corner and you can't see him anymore.
Yeah, I might wait like a few seconds after he rounds that corner just to make sure I have time.
Okay.
But
So timing understood. How are you getting your kayak into the river?
oh, this is gonna take some serious dexterity.
You could also
I'm
just
going-
ask the 2 other friends in the room who have the ability to lift things.
That's not in Rafe's mindset. She's like,
I gotta do this
"Alright."
myself.
Yeah, she's gonna grab the canoe
Okay.
and jump with it a la boogie board style.
Into
And
the river.
try and land in the boat in the river.
Okay. I would like a dexterity check from you for obvious reasons.
Alright. So, would this be just straight up dex, or do you want acrobatics?
You know,
or
I will give you, I would say this is an acrobatics thing, yes. I will give you, if you have an acrobatics bonus, this would certainly count for such a feat.
Just abandoning Vera to her own devices.
I rolled
She's got
a
maybe
nine-
Bono.
I rolled
Uh-huh.
a 19,
Plus,
and my acrobatics is a +8.
that's pretty damn good.
Damn.
All right.
I rolled a 27.
I got pure dumb fucking luck.
You managed to make it look effortless as far as Bono and Vera are concerned.
Yeah.
You professional skateboarder or like whitewater rafter just kind of like hop up onto something and you're right in and you don't even teeter-totter much. You're just going shoop down the thing and you get in place. Are you laying down in the kayak or are you sitting up in the kayak?
When I landed, I was basically laying down, but with like my hands on the sides of it so I can easily pop up into like a squat.
Okay.
So
Are
that
you-
way I'm ready to like jump out at any minute.
Okay. So is that the position you're staying in until you go down or are you going to pop up and be ready once you're like in down the stream a little bit?
I'm gonna pop up and be ready.
Okay.
Like, obviously I'm still like squatting and crouched, so that way I'm not like, banging my head on every damn rock from here till wherever Garm
Sounds
ends
good.
up.
Yeah. Of course, you're not standing in it, of course. But 3 feet of room, the only person I think that's an issue with is Garm. I think he's just too big to sit upright in this, given the measurements for the cave and the river and all that. But everyone
Yeah, I
else should be
think
fine.
I think you're right about that.
Okay.
He's a tall boy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Damn right.
All right. So you managed to do that, and I'm gonna say for both of the 2 of you, while in the kayaks, you find that there's a fair bit of teetering back and forth, like kind of how you would in a whitewater rapids kind of situation, where it's not a steady flow. The boat's constantly kind of tilting and tipping back and forth. And it doesn't move with that much speed, actually. The kayaks weigh just enough on their own that they are actually... They're moving. They're carrying along. But, like, you could probably, if you tried, you could reach out and touch the walls because they're not that far away. And you could try and push yourself along to go faster, or you could try as well to hold the walls to keep yourself from going forwards. But of course, you'd be fighting against the river's flow at that point. But you feel like, I would say both of you get the sense that you could do that at this point. So you could speed up or slow down if needed, if you were to try.
That's interesting.
Bono. Since everyone else has already hopped up in the river and in the kayak, Vera walks up to her kayak and looks over at you and is like, I literally don't think I can do this on my own.
Hello.
We
Manny,
lost him.
are you muted? Are you getting yelled at? Did your computer explode?
Did Discord
Sorry.
decide to evacuate
There we
you?
go.
I'm here.
Hi.
Okay. Hello.
I need a backup. Can I? Is it time for me to do stuff? I would
Yes.
like to
I-
shadow form.
I was asking you, Vera's following through with their plan. Vera is hopping into a kayak, or heading to it, hasn't gotten in yet, and is asking you how, basically for help, because she doesn't think she can get it into the river on her own.
Oh yeah, I'll help. Sure.
Okay.
Anything for Bay.
Okay. So,
Oh, I love how hard Bono simps for Vera.
so
Well,
you,
she owes me.
so you
She
help,
just doesn't know it yet.
so you help Vera lift the kayak and put it in the water,
Yes.
and
Should I perform some kind of strength check?
so, since you are helping, I'm going to say this can be either acrobatics or just a simple strength check, but you should be able to do this just fine. However, Vera hasn't gotten in it. She's helping you lift it, and I think, unless it's communicated further, she's operating on the you're gonna hold it steady for her while she tries to get in afterwards. That's her mentality right now. So unless
Okay.
you have other opinions, that is what she's currently doing.
I mean, I don't want to be a dick, but she didn't ask me to stabilize it.
Okay, sounds good. You help her lift the kayak. Please go ahead and roll your choice of acrobatics or simply strength. If you are simply
Okay.
just lifting it in, or you are trying to stabilize it and, be deft about it. I would say either fit.
Okay. You said acrobatics or what?
Or strength.
Or strength?
Just a straight
I'm
strength.
gonna go
fit.
strength, 17.
Okay. Again, you have advantage because Vera is helping you.
Oh, I'll roll again.
Go ahead.
Sorry, give me 1 sec.
All good. And by the way, going forward, just as a general rule, again, let's go ahead and do the D&D fair warning clause of, if I change the rules on the fly, it's an interpretive game, and nothing is set in stone. I can be swayed one way or the other. If I say a rule works one way and I'm wrong, it's a house rule, and it's totally been that way all along.
Yes, exactly.
So with that in mind, going forwards, just to prevent any kind of, hey, everyone's trying to kick a door down, but they failed 3 times, let's just keep rolling to kick the door down until we succeed. We're probably going to go on the helping advantage assist system, where it's like, all right, 2 people can try a thing together, and that gives you advantage. So you're taking 2 rolls, you're taking your best shot, and you fail or succeed, and that's it. You're like, all right, this door can't be kicked down now. Does that make sense?
What
You've
if we
decided
buy?
none of us can do it, kind of situation. Until someone comes up with a significantly altered idea, that's that. Because I know we've occasionally done that in the past, where we've had just multiple people try the same thing repeatedly.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I've greatly enjoyed how you've run this game. I have 0 complaints about it. So
Sounds good.
I'm up for us playing it as is.
And
I've
thank you.
greatly enjoyed it. I mean, to be fair, this is the second time I've played D&D while
Yeah.
having COVID and other shit
Oh,
going
no.
on, and
Yeah.
it's just like, you know what? This is a fun game. I'm gonna do it regardless of how crappy I feel. So that speaks volumes for how fun this is.
I'm glad it helps you feel better, and I hope it is in some way spiritually healing.
It is, because I
Good.
can then rage about how unfair my immune system is.
I remembered I can
know,
blush.
it's therapeutic for me. I get to be the asshole I never get to be, except at work.
That's funny.
A-
You get practice.
Asian-tastic gaming says they hope you recover quickly with grace and swiftness.
Scotty!
I was gonna say, can
Tell
you guys
them-
guess who Asian Tastic is? Because I know who it is.
Thank you. I appreciate the good wishes.
Thanks for
I
hanging out,
honestly-
Scott. Also, you're
Yeah.
welcome to drop into the Discord and chat with us if you want. Zach's here too. He's just silent. To keep this going. So, Manny, what was the roll for the 3? Hello? Manny.
He rolled a 14 and an 8. I don't know why he rolled a third time.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering too, was if he was like thinking of something else and then doing a thing. Well, his first roll was successful, so until he gets
Yes.
back. Okay, hi.
Hello.
Okay, what was the roll for the 3 for?
It was an accident. I
Okay,
accidentally picked it up.
All good, I was just wondering. Okay, so you succeeded. You helped
Yay.
put the boat into the water.
I don't look like an idiot in front
And-
of A.
And based on your our conversation earlier, you're not stabilizing it because that wasn't discussed or requested. You just helped her get it into the water. You're not like trying
Yeah.
to hold it back against the current.
I
So
wouldn't
in this,
consider myself thoughtful.
I feel that fits the character, and at this moment's going to be entertaining because of it. So I would like to give you an inspiration dice for not taking the shortcut, cheap way out when I offered it. So if you don't currently have inspiration, go ahead and give yourself inspiration.
I'll take that inspiration. Thank you.
So what's going to happen here is a nice little moment to show off that Vera is terribly klutzy.
Oh dear.
So in this brief moment of miscommunication, you successfully get the kayak up and into the water, and Vera goes to do kind of like just a brief prep, crouch, like I'm ready to jump, readying, like the cat getting ready to leap across something and doing a lot of wiggling kind of thing, and then just not making the jump. She goes to jump, gets her arms up over the side of the kayak, and you let go.
And turn around.
Yeah, you let go, you're like, and it's done. And she just full fucking flips the kayak and falls into the river with the kayak upside down.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Well, not my fault.
Nope. Completely fair.
Poor
It wasn't
Vera.
discussed. She assumed, which I feel like her character would, and you didn't, which I feel like your character wouldn't. And that fits.
Love you though.
Alrighty, so now you are all in the river. Manny, you may now go do your thing while this is happening. I'm gonna say in that time, you've made it to like here-ish. And Vera is now behind you in the water flailing. Gonna go ahead and do a quick... where's this number I need to hit for this? Boy, that sure is not successful. Alright, Vera does not manage to stabilize herself or flip the boat over. She's just getting carried down the stream with the boat.
You know what this reminds me of?
Uh-huh.
If anybody's ever been to like a major water park that has a lazy river,
Yep.
my first experience was I had the wrong size inner tube and slid out the hole. And had to, and
Oh,
then
no.
I had to spend like another minute chasing my inner tube down
Nice.
to grab it.
Nice.
And that's what this kind of reminds me of.
Yep, that is this, except you can't walk along the bottom of the lazy river. It's flowing and you're flailing in it.
Yep, that's
Right.
true.
Bono, that has all happened. You may now do whatever you would like to do. You said shadow form and you're going to go try and wait by the barrels? Corner? Monsieur Manny? Senor? Hello? Tell Anisha you're busy. Tell your pregnant wife you're busy and she needs to fuck off.
I would like to shadow form and go into. Her mom is also asking me if I need stuff for.
Gotcha. You're good, man. I'm just teasing.
I'm trying. I'm sorry.
No, you're
I
fine.
would
I know.
like to
You're good.
shadow form
Uh-huh,
and go
uh-huh.
into this. I'm gonna put my character there, and then
Yeah, go ahead.
I would like to just
Be
kinda,
in that
like-
corner.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll allow that.
Lord.
So, can you, now that you've moved your mini there, see what's in the room?
I sure as hell can.
All right.
There.
I'm gonna have you roll a stealth check because technically you have to.
I'd like to cast something. I'm sorry, and all of my
Uh-huh.
all this crap that's going on around me, there is
Uh-huh.
a thing that I can cast that
Yeah.
I'd like to
Is
pass
it-
without a trace.
That's what I thought.
For
Did you
all of us.
I will be I was gonna say I will be extremely kind, and if you wish, I will let you have retroactively come up with that because I know you're distracted at home.
I apologize. I promise, think about this
It's okay.
before, and I did not find the time to interject when I had the time to.
It's okay. So would you have liked to have cast that on 1, the entire party,
Yeah.
2, everyone but Garm, since he seems to, in his plan, supposed to be the distraction,
Oh yeah.
or 3,
that
just
makes
yourself?
sense. Yeah. No, the entire party, except for Garm because he wanted to be the distraction, and I'm cool with that because that means I'm not being focused.
Okay. So, Rafe and Vera will also benefit from this. I know most of Pass Without a Trace by the back of my hand. You don't have to roll for it. You have to make sure you mark off your spell slot because I don't remember what spell slot it is.
Yeah, it's in my druid circle, so I have to look at
Okay. And it basically gives everyone a +10 on stealth checks, correct?
Oh, hell yeah.
it.
Yeah, Pass Without a Trace is like a bafflingly good ability. It's basically it lets you roll 30s pluses on stealth checks if you're already good at it, and it also, like, in lore universe, in like game mechanics, you don't leave footprints, you don't leave like traces or like trails behind. Somehow, like, if you had to walk through brush, you don't break twigs and leaves. Like, it's that kind of magic.
I will have a +18
Yep.
on any stealth roll.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So it has
Damn.
Pass Without a Trace is as close to invisibility as you get.
I was gonna say, these motherfuckers about to die.
has +10 to bonus to dexterity, stealth checks, and can't be tracked except by magical means. The creature that receives this bonus leaves behind no tracks or other traces of its passage.
Cool. I remembered it almost to the T.
Yep.
Are we just?
Nice.
I also have
assume what's
invisibility.
homebrewing Pass Without a Trace a bit then.
What do you mean?
I mean, I should shut up because it's
No,
more
it's fine.
interesting
Go
this
ahead.
way. Pass Without a Trace is only within 30 feet of the caster.
No, I saw
Yes,
that. But
you
it's
missed
when you
something. We were
cast
saying
for
he'd
the
like
duration,
to.
each creature you choose within. Okay, yeah, it is within.
Yes.
Okay, it is
We
for
were-
the duration. Sorry.
Oh, you mean for the duration you have to stay within 30 feet
Yeah,
of the
so
caster?
I read it
Ah,
and
I see.
Processed it as at first I processed it like that, and then I was like, no, it's like when I cast it. But
I
no,
also
it's
thought that's how
for
it
the
meant, but yeah, based on the
duration.
rating. Okay.
Each creature you choose within 30 feet of you, including you, has
Uh-huh.
a +10 bonus on stealth. So as soon as they
No, you
enter
don't have to. Yeah, you don't.
how big
You don't
is
have to
the
stay
room?
within. You don't have to stay within 30 feet of each other. Then it's just saying when you cast it, they have to be within that range. That's how I would interpret that.
You...
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Fine.
Works for me.
Yeah. The only reason I say that is because almost every other spell in D&D doesn't refer to like an ongoing space check. Or it like specifies if it does. It will say then that the creature is still in that zone. They have to roll a what? Like it does that kind of stuff. Usually the ones where you just cast them and you get an effect mention their range as in like that's the range of the spell it needs to initially happen. You need to be able to see your friend and they have to be close to you. They can't be on the other side of a mountain halfway up a hill and technically you can see them, so that's that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so how big is this room that I'm in?
All of the squares are 5 feet. It's 5 by
Okay,
5
so
squares.
Well, with let's see.
Yeah.
Okay, so I would have, just in case, I would
Mhm.
would have needed to be in that corner right behind those two people. It's
To-
fine.
To do what? What are you talking about?
Just in case it didn't work that way, but you said they were within 30 feet of me when I cast it, and so they get to keep it.
Yes, they being Rafe and Vera.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, you're basically we were again because I know you got shit going on at home. That's okay. Things happen. We were saying that it made sense that you would say, hey, we're going to do something stealthy. I'm going to cast this ability before we start our plan. And since Garm specified that he wanted to be the distraction and basically startle and scare people, you chose not to use it on him. But the others would have, you all would have been standing in the room, you did it, and then gone. Yes,
While
Ash?
you guys are still discussing this, I
Yep.
desperately need to go make myself some hot tea. My throat is starting to hurt
All
really
good.
bad.
Go
So
ahead.
I'll be back in like 2 shakes. So
No worries.
All right, cool. I'll be right back.
Okay, so
then I'm in this corner.
Okay, so again, I do need you to roll a stealth check, but now you have that fun little fancy ability.
I'd also like to cast guidance on myself.
Okay, yeah, guidance is a cantrip. It's free. You can just do it. Slap yourself. How do you cast guidance? What is your go-to guidance cantrip thing? You say something silly? Do you do a hand sign? Do you look
I do
at
like
people
a little
funny?
body roll, and then I undulate, and then guidance has been oops. Shit. How do you undo?
What are you undoing?
Escape? No.
What did you do?
I accidentally added too many.
Right click.
whatchavoozies.
Right click on the dice.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna ignore all of that because
Okay.
unless you want to take the first one.
I'll just do this real quick. Boop, dice
Yeah,
are
there we
cleared.
go. Okay.
Yeah, if you add too many, you just have to right click on the same kind of dice
Okay.
before you do the roll.
Alright, so that's 12 plus 10, 22.
Okay, 22 is good. I will hold that number for now. So this is the stealth check for you basically entering in shadow form when no one's looking.
Yes.
There's basically all but no chance that anyone sees you, but I am gonna still roll for it.
Okay.
Because technically, as we have discussed with your shadow form, you do still have weight and you do still make sound. You're not an ethereal nonsense thing that doesn't exist.
Yes.
You just take a different physical form. That is, I feel like, the fair way to make that balanced. I will say, while I'm doing that roll, I'm going to point out something you might want to know. Wait, nope, wrong one. Toggle? See, you can see my cursor currently, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, when you go into that corner, you notice, because Whelm, while in your shadow form, speaks to you telepathically.
Hey, oh no. There's another one right here.
There you go, that's the closest I'm gonna do to a weird dwarf voice. Where my cursor is, there's another hidden wall. Hidden passage, hidden door, that thing.
Wait. You said there's a hidden door right here?
Yep.
Sweet.
And after that being pointed out by Whelm, you can tell, same as before, because you saw it before, you knew what to look for. Yeah, there's traces of footsteps and people walking, and you notice that this room is full of stuff, and this corner's empty. This is where you'd put stuff for it to be out of the way, and this room is full of stuff, and there's nothing in the corner. And you go, yeah, this is totally a doorway. There's a path here.
Shit, I'm in the wrong fucking spot.
Well, that is where you moved to. So, you rolled a 22 with your bonus, correct?
Yes.
All right. I am going to grab 1, 2, 3.
Oh, wait.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah. No, I rolled a 22. Sorry.
Oh, one more thing. I should, Manny, with where you are now, you would also be aware of these two.
Oh, jeez. Okay. This room is bad.
Yes.
Hope they
Who's
all
ready for
die
the party
easily.
wipe?
I hope they all die easily.
Actually, well, hold on. I need to do this separately, I guess. So, that would be for all of them. Oh boy, they are not very vigilant. Alright, I'm gonna roll all of these dice.
Jesus.
That sure is at least one nat 20. Well, bound to happen.
That's bad.
And I gotta grab one more. And that one, I need to check stat sheet for this guy. It's no big deal. So we are going to go into initiative order. Can I go ahead and have people who are here roll initiative?
Shit.
That's unfortunate, Manny.
I got a 19 plus. I got a 20.
Okay. Seb, you rolled an 11.
Hold on a second.
Nope.
Oh, I have an advantage on initiative rolls. Cool.
Aha. Roll again.
Exactly. Okay.
Love it.
13.
Sounds good. Alright. I'm gonna roll for Fira, who is humorously not gonna be in a great spot for this. That sounds about right. What? 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 Huh? Add. Why you no get? Huh? Why is this not work? How do I? Controls. Why did it let me just add you two by just clicking and then the others? Okay, there we go. And all right, and and
Assigning the dice to people.
I am about to. I gotta roll a lot of initiatives, so I'm just like, I needed to know where yours are because I'm gonna start moving them around based on where everyone is. All right, Manny. So you rolled a 20. What now? 22.
For stealth. I rolled
Right.
a 20 for initiative.
Oh, for initiative. Okay, 20 for initiative. All right, I'm gonna go based off of you. Seb, you rolled an 11 flat.
13.
13. Got it. Thank you. 20, 13, and 6. All right, let's begin initiative rolls. Let's start with this dingo.
Well, so much for me being a distraction.
Just ahead of Garm.
Maybe they'll just decide to come check out what it was.
Yeah,
Maybe.
maybe.
They'll think it's a rat.
Maybe. Possibly. Possibly. What was that guy's roll on his own? Okay, not very good. That's fine. Alrighty.
Let me
Now I'm gonna start
also
rolling for
use
them.
my new dice tower to roll initiative.
Ooh. See which one gets you better.
I got a 19 and a 6.
Good stuff. All right. Well, damn.
I'm back.
Welcome back,
Roll
Rafe.
initiative.
I have news.
Oh.
Roll initiative.
Okay. Sorry, I sat on my book on the way to the couch. All
You're
right.
fine.
Do-do-do-do-do. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-wee.
Man, just launch that thing.
And it didn't do me a
2.
damn bit of good. Ugh. I also decided to grab my heating pad and get cozy.
Okay.
Honestly, I feel pretty good. It's just this goddamn sore throat is killing me.
I know that feeling.
I hate having a sore throat. It's like the worst. That and not being able to breathe out of my nose, but that finally went away. So, oh God, should I be concerned? You seem like you're dropping a lot of dice right now.
Oh, there's already been several dice rolls.
You have
I'll
assessed
catch you
that
up. I'll catch you up in
properly.
just a second.
Shit,
Uh,
man.
Hey, so what was your?
Immediately.
You rolled a 2. What was your initiative bonus?
Did I have an initiative bonus?
You should.
Whatever
Top
your dex
middle.
modifier
Top
is.
middle of your page. Yeah, it's basically your dex mod.
+2.
Okay. So you
Something tells
rolled.
me we're about to
a
get
4.
fucked. Oh
right.
dear. I feel like I should be
Well then,
worried.
this guy. I'm gonna put him after you. He tied with you essentially.
Oh dear.
Oh hey, a 20.
Nice.
I've got me homemade trail mix and some
Yum.
raspberry blackberry fizzy water.
I have not been able to drink my fizzy water for the last few days. It burns like Satan's asshole.
That sounds awful.
Yep. Also, so speaking of things burning, so
Mhm.
I have lately been absolutely addicted to they're
Hello.
called hello.
Hello.
They're called hot nuts, and they're by Takis. Like I love Takis, but these are double roasted peanuts covered in the Takis chili lime powder, and they're fucking delicious. They're hard as hell to find because they've been sold out everywhere that I go to, or the places just don't sell them like straight up.
Mhm.
But I managed to find a couple, and holy crap,
Couple of hot nuts.
that I am nuts for hot nuts. Those things are so delicious.
I gotta be honest, I don't think I'm gonna be putting any hot nuts in my mouth anytime soon.
You're
But
missing
I'm
out.
happy for you.
You are missing out, my dude, because these
Welcome,
hot
Scotty.
nuts. Hello.
Okay,
But
so
these
I have
things are so
finished.
good.
I have finished my rolls. Initiative order is now set. You are
Finally,
not.
jeez.
You are not currently in combat. However, things are going to start happening. So, to quickly catch up, Rafe, what happened? Bono went into the room,
Expert light.
rolled pretty well, and one guard rolled a nat 20 on seeing him.
Man.
So what I'm gonna say is that the closest guard to the tunnel felt like he just felt something. He felt weird, which based on your past description of your character, you do give off this aura that makes things seem wrong and strange.
Yeah.
So this guard right here begins scanning the room and starts to come over here to check on things. And we're going to start allowing the rest of the thing to, like, everything's going to continue to happen in this certain order now. So which guard is this? This is... This guy? It's that guy. That's this guy. So hey, perfect timing. So now it's Garm's turn. It's a Garm. Oh, why thank you, Rob.
Hi, Rob.
Oi, Rob.
I hope you enjoy the show.
Oh no.
I guess while I'm floating down, I'm just gonna make sure I've got my weapons kind of at the ready. I'm holding my weapons.
Got it. Are you still in full skeleton form, or are you in piles of bone form with your axe kind of near your hands? What are you doing?
Yeah, that.
Okay, got it. Sounds good. So, you are flowing down the river, and I'm going to say, whoop, 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 whoop. You make it to here. So that's probably 5, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60-ish. I'm going to say that's about that. Then this guy, ready and at attention. This guy, at attention. Vera. Well, I'm gonna still, for that bit, do Rafe then Vera. That wouldn't make sense otherwise. Rafe. As far as you know, everything is going according to plan, and you have a magical, cool stealth spell helping hide you. Probably doesn't help hide the boat you're in, but if you're really lucky, someone might look into the boat and not see you.
Oh,
Magic's
boy.
weird, and from what you know, that might genuinely work. So, are you trying to... Do you let the current carry you? Do you try and speed up to catch up to Garm? Or do you try and slow down because you can hear Vera panicking and or flailing behind you? Not panicking, but you can hear her like splashy, splashy, splashy flail. Oh fuck, shit! What would you like to do with your current information? If you do nothing but let it carry you like normal, which is totally reasonable and fine, you're just gonna move 60 feet forward and you're gonna be about where Garm was at the start of this.
Let me think here. Sorry, COVID brain.
All good.
I think I'll just let it carry me.
Mhm.
Uh,
Uh-huh.
because I'm gonna end up where Garm was.
Yeah, so you're gonna end
that's
up
like-
about here in the river.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll wait till my next turn to ready my weapon, because you said the boats were kind of rocking a little bit,
Yep.
and I want to keep my hands on it so that way I don't, flop out of it like in,
Yeah.
noob.
Sounds good.
So I'll wait till my next turn to ready my weapon. I'll just let the current carry me for now. and
Okay.
See where it takes me.
Sounds good. All right, then we're gonna go to Vera. Gonna make a roll.
She drowns in the river.
Poor Vera.
And she cannot currently fight the current. I'm going to also make a roll to see if she's able to catch the boat. Okay, she is able to get a hold of the boat, but has not been able to get in it. So her and her kayak just kind of flail down the river at speed, so...
Poor Vera.
She's gonna be about there behind you, same distance you were before, just kind of flailing. Oh, hey Chesh. Also, hi Rob. Thanks everybody for showing up. We're getting close to the end of our campaign, and we're about to run into a room of danger.
Oh, I already
Danger!
ran.
Danger!
Yes, it's true. All right,
I made my tea too hot.
Oh no,
Oh no, boo hoo.
you have to wait.
It's my turn.
All right. Bono, it is your turn. A guard, for some reason, has started doing the video game question mark alert above his head and is starting to look around and walk in your direction. What do you do?
Not a fucking problem. I'm gonna cast invisibility on myself.
Okay. That'll probably
takes
work.
Care of a second. I have only 2 more. Nope. That gives me
No.
1 more level 2 spell.
Question.
Mhm.
Pass Without a Trace was a concentration spell, correct?
Oh shit, you're right.
Is invisibility also a concentration spell?
Yes.
Or is it- okay,
Oh,
then you
wait,
can-
wait, yeah,
is
yeah,
it?
yeah. It is. It's
Okay,
a
then you can
concentration
only
spell.
have one or the other up. If you decide that you need to be hidden more than your friends need assistance, you can drop one and put up the other. This is up to you. I'm letting you know.
Alright, I'm gonna renege on the invisibility and think
Okay.
further about it. Let's see, what else can I do?
Not quite the firing line.
I mean, so long as he doesn't try and get across the river, he shouldn't see you.
I like this visual. This
yeah,
is a
he
good
should.
visual.
Yeah, I kind of agree. I think,
Just glowing sword in the corner. You actually blend in with the shadows in game really well currently in that
Yeah.
corner, except for your
If it's
sword.
not for the sword, yeah.
It's really funny.
I think.
Ooh, also.
Is my
Let's-
brightness higher or something?
Maybe. Could be.
It's like I see Bono real easy in that corner.
Oh, for me, no, he's definitely
Yeah,
I mean, I can see
Yeah,
him, but he
like-
blends in.
I mean, I was gonna say, other than this like bright fucking flame,
Yeah.
he blends in pretty well on
Alright.
mine.
Have the correct audio going. Cool. Alright, that's all good. Nothing's gonna change until everyone's in the room.
I was gonna say, Seb, quit cheating with your brightness being up
Where
high.
is that audio cue that I left? I think it's this guy. Okay, cool. No, it's not cheating. You're totally fine.
Just trying to think if I had anything. You know what I could do?
Hey, hello, Quetzalot. Yes, Tailspire runs pretty well. I will say, water tiles currently are a thing in it that it doesn't like when you have to build a lot of. And this is a pretty large map, so if I start moving over here where all this water is... Hey, it's not fucking up! Oh my god, did they update it and the water tiles take less? They do.
I mean,
that's impressive.
gonna-
I'm impressed.
I was gonna say, I actually did have to update it today when I turned my laptop on, so they might
That's
have
awesome.
fixed that.
Well, usually
They-
they're just adding things and fixing bugs, but they apparently did something very well to condense how much rendering the water tiles took, because this room full of water tiles used to make, while I was streaming and had the avatar going, I would start bugging out and lagging super bad, and it didn't happen. So yay, that's awesome. It's running even better than I thought it was. All right, Manny, what'd you want to do? What'd you think of?
I think I might have to use wild shape.
Okay.
Turn. Well,
You
if
can't, I mean,
turn
what's your
it-
idea? Yeah.
do I
Into-
need to concentrate for wild shape? I think I do.
You don't, because you can fight and do things while in wild shape. And as far as I understand it, you cannot cast spells while in wild shape. But you've already cast your spell.
Yeah, but it's concentration, right?
It is, but the whole thing with concentration is basically until you cast something else that requires concentration, or until you get hit and fail a concentration roll, like a test essentially, then you still have concentration on keeping the spell up. That's a mental thing. But like casting takes like hand wiggles and mouth words and things like that. So it's like you can't do that in animal form because you don't have the right hand and mouth wiggles. But you've already cast the spell and you're already concentrating on it. So I think you could technically do that, in my opinion.
Okay.
Hand and mouth
Well-
wiggles immediately made my brain think of Cthulhu and its mouth tentacles.
I
Don't know why.
transform into Cthulhu
That would be terrifying.
That's not a thing you can shapeshift
at
into.
size 1. I'm a one
No,
for
that's a
one
hand
replica. Okay, I would like to
Wild
turn
shape, it has to be animals you've seen, for one. And two, that's definitely
I'm
outside of your
sure
challenge rating.
I mean, you did just see a giant fucking crab in the other room, to be fair.
I'm not gonna do that though. My point is to not be seen.
Oh,
Garm is
that's-
supposed to be the
Becomes
distraction.
crab in corner. Don't look at me.
They're like, what are you doing in here? You're supposed to be in that other room.
Uh-huh.
Oh, they've seen me! Sprays ink, and then Zoidberg's away.
Exactly. So, what are you thinking of turning into?
A wolf shark.
Well, I want to be something venomous or poisonous. I think venomous.
Hmm.
Poison, if you're poisonous, that means if they touch you or eat you, they get sick. Venomous, you sting them or bite them and inject them with the toxin.
Then
Take it,
venomous
nerd.
it is.
Hey, my degree was in biology, you hush.
I
am
want to flex.
I'm allowed to be a nerd.
I'd like
We
to
all are.
turn into a
Uh-huh.
a scorpion.
Okay, you can totally
A
do that.
quiet scorpion in the corner.
Okay, a normal size scorpion.
Yes.
Okay.
Not a giant one. I
Yep,
don't
I
want.
gotcha. Can do. Do you have the stat block for a scorpion?
I'm looking for it. There's like a list of.
Yeah. Do you have the files and such? Because I don't remember if I did. I should have by now already for sure. I can send you guys all the books. I have them all digitally. I'm using my physical copies right now
Here it is.
because I did buy them. But you know, it's a lot of people.
One.
You don't all need to have a monster manual, but I do need to be able to give you monster manual stat blocks. So, it's nice to be able to send you the digital version.
Ironically, so
Uh-huh.
I'm reading what a scorpion. It says slow, a tiny bit of blind sight, and a little bit of poison. Unfortunately, with no stealth or dexterity, you're very easy to spot.
Well,
So
I mean,
guess
still,
not
they're
bad.
not gonna like question a scorpion
You-
in the dungeon.
yeah, you are
Which-
tiny, and you may or may not be out of place. That is unknown. Scorpions you do not currently know. You can roll an intelligence check and try and guess before you turn into it. Are scorpions native to this area, and would it be inside of a really hot area like this? Because remember, it's muggy as shit in this entire dungeon. You are
I would say
uncomfortably
they would
warm
not
this
be
entire
there,
time.
I don't
You,
think.
you would be better off becoming a spider.
In
I
fact,
was thinking
Yeah.
that.
Or a
Yeah.
snake.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I
Yeah.
was looking
Yeah.
at snakes too.
I will say, in fact, just a quick reminder for, ambiance setting building. This is actually the only area you guys have been in this entire dungeon that feels comfortable. The water is actually cold, it's not hot. This is the only area in the entire dungeon that's like, oh, thank fuck, and we stepped out of the sauna. We're not sweating to death anymore.
Okay. Then sure, I'll do what, like a nature check, or
Intelligence check. I would say
Intelligence
nature fits. I would say nature's completely fair as well. Because that is an intelligence roll. What are you trying to determine? What animals would be natural to this area?
Yeah, like what's a natural venomous and like what fits the criteria
Sure.
that I'm looking
So-
for. So I want
so
to be
you're-
venomous. I want to be tiny.
Mhm.
And I want it to look like I belong in this type of environment.
Yeah.
So, like
Um,
volcano environment, essentially.
What? Well, this room is different.
Yeah,
it's not
it
as
is
muggy.
slightly, yeah.
Yeah, but we're close enough that it would probably. I would say.
So one,
A
first,
sturge.
go ahead and make the roll.
Okay. I still have guidance cast on me.
Sounds good.
I would say lizards and
Natural
frog.
20.
Why is it?
Nice.
There we go.
Waiting. So I
Yeah,
got
it was being
20.
weird.
Damn,
24.
and a
Good roll.
4. And I
You
get
rolled
plus
max.
6.
All right. With that
So I
roll,
got a
I'm gonna
30.
say, yeah, I'm gonna say you can just put 2 and 2 together on anything. So if you throw out a creature name, I'll be as fair as I can be with discussing whether that creature should be here. What I will tell you is the first thing that comes to mind is how to get in here is not immediately obvious. How would a natural animal have gotten to where you guys are? Remember, your entrance was literally a hidden door below a bunch of mud. The only other entrances you've seen or that you can even guess at would be entrances for wildlife, would be the literal top of the volcano where tons of mist and plumes and hot steam is boiling out of. In the big water room where the crab was, that's like up there would have been the only other natural entrance that you know. You know because of this river that somewhere fish are getting in. So you could think some animals that would be near or along riverbeds might have found a way to crawl into wherever this river's being fed from.
Frog, perhaps?
Possibly a
Thinking
frog.
A frog or a lizard would probably be your best bet because lizards
Yes.
have the sticky toes and frogs also have sticky toes.
Where I
And
am
if
going
you're-
with this is most animals would be out of place in this dungeon from what you've seen. However, small bugs and things that would go unnoticed and find their way into places you never want them to find them, those kind of animals would probably still possibly be found and not raise too much suspicion. Like you said, a spider, like a lizard, like a frog maybe even. Frogs, however, do tend to make a lot of noise, and you would think you'd notice if a frog snuck in, so maybe that's a less good choice. But you're getting where I'm going with that. Something that is inconspicuous and naturally explorative as an animal or bug is something that might get in here and be seen and not raise a ton of suspicion. But naturally, very little would be in here and it'd be reasonable.
Alright, so like a stegosaurus would be good, or...
Yeah, if you want.
I'll just be a dangerous tiny spider. I'm quite colorful, but I am in the shadows, so...
Okay, you can totally do that. Do you need the stat block for a spider? I have it if you need it.
I think I could find it, but if you are readily able to
Yep. I can
give
just
it
text
to
it
me,
to you.
then Yeah, I'll take it.
All right, I'm gonna shoot you a picture. Boop.
Jeez, where is it? Scorpion. There it is.
You already got it?
Um, did you?
I'm sending it to you now. It's just you said there it is, so I was
Oh.
like, did you already find it? You should have it showing up in text form in a second. I would recommend saving.
Discord or
In text. Literal.
Oh.
I texted you a picture.
actual text? Okay.
Yeah. I just took a picture of it in the book.
Okay.
All
I'm
right, I
gonna
got
take
it.
this time to
Uh-huh.
just head out the voice call, but I'll be in stream just because,
Yeah.
other games are live.
Sounds good.
I love everybody.
Nice seeing you, Scotty.
You, bro.
Hope we remain entertaining.
Nice hearing from you.
Yeah.
Nice. My stealth is +4.
Ooh. Okay.
Nice.
What does Spider Bono look like? Feel free to describe if you wish.
Well, first of all, he's got a fat ass. First
Okay.
and foremost.
Real gross
Second.
bug.
I've got spider limbs. I got damn legs, but it looks like a lot more legs than I should have, even though it's the proper amount of legs. You know how some
Okay.
things just look like that's
Yes.
too many, but it's the correct amount.
Okay.
If you have arachnophobia, you are frozen in your tracks.
Okay.
Yeah.
8, but it looks like 12.
Exactly.
Ugh.
I don't know. I guess about the size of like a thumb.
Exactly,
I don't
legs for
wanna be
days.
big.
Okay. Thumb-sized spider.
Mhm.
Okay, and you're just in the
And,
corner?
Gross.
Whatever venomous colors there are in nature. I look like
All
the
of 'em.
Spider-Man spider.
Okay, sounds good. Radioactive reds and blues.
Yes, and with just a dab of yellow
Yeah, for no reason.
for no reason.
Why is that spider red and blue? Because this is the spider that bit Spider-Man. Spider-Man wears red and blue. It's got to be red and blue. That doesn't really make sense. Yes, it does.
So it's
I'm
the
gaming.
spider. It's the spider.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, sounds good.
That's what I am, and I'm in the corner. I don't have a spider icon to switch to, so
Oh, right, I can give you one.
No, please don't. I hate spiders.
Okay, I won't.
cow.
Ugh.
Cow
How's
form,
that?
how's that? We know he's currently in animal form when in cow form. Currently.
I was get- like,
Wait, Manny, are you a
Cow
spider?
in the corner.
That is pretty funny. Manny, are you a
Ugh.
spider with the head of a cow? It's extremely
Oh,
small, but you have a tiny cow
no.
head.
no, a tiny udder.
Is your weird demonic druid fucked up thing that everything you shapeshift into has some aspect of
Just
cow?
off.
Yeah, it's just off.
Have
I
its
really like
abdomen
cows.
be like the udders, and then like
That's
the
awful. I
the
hate it.
prongs of the udders
Oh,
are like
no.
partially legs.
All of the legs are hooved. It's just a cow in the shape of a spider.
With sticky hooves.
This is like
hate
nightmare
this.
fuel.
All right, are we making this a thing? Manny, this is your decision. There
Yes.
is no take back.
All of
Oh
it.
my
Whatever's
god.
the
What have I
grossest.
done?
I want the
Uh,
udders on my back as well.
All right. So if someone does see you, they're gonna freak the fuck out.
Yeah.
You are the strangest looking cow spider anyone has ever seen. Understood. But again, you're only like thumb sized, but you are a really disgusting thumb sized spider.
Because it's horrible.
All right, with
I mean,
8 eyes.
I mean, if you want to give him a spider character, it's totally fine.
6 udders, 8 eyes, 8 legs.
Do you produce
one
milk or
fat
silk?
ass. I produce milky silk. Or silk milk.
Oh boy, I hate that.
That's the stuff that you're
let
buying
me see.
at that soy milk, that silk soy milk at the store. That's me.
Silk. Soy milk, just silk.
Oh man.
There is a spider mini. Would you rather be a cow or spider mini?
Right now, I'd rather be Spider-Man-y,
Okay.
or I should say Spider-Bono.
Oops. Adding another one to your collection. How do I do this? There we go.
I feel like
Yeah.
at least
Alright.
once in everyone's D&D history, you should play a Roger character.
That is kind of, yeah, what you're doing.
Oh Lord.
All right, you now have, if you check your morphs, if you right click on yourself and go to morphs, you have tiny spider form. Yes, and we'll just.
And just so everyone can see me.
All right. Anyway,
Oh,
you are, however, tiny. So let me adjust that real quick.
oh my god, that's terrifying. Like, ugh. So,
Just to make it easier for us, I am actually going to enable the torch, but
Okay.
I'm not torched.
Understood. That's fine. I did make you extra small.
if you were in my house and you were a spider, you would be torched. Like,
I have a
just
feeling if
saying.
you
Okay.
saw me in your house, you would be frozen with fear.
I
Right.
have two reactions to spiders. One is to freeze in fear, the other one is to flail wildly until it is dead and ground into nothing.
As soon as I go moo, you're gonna stop moving.
Ugh,
Ashley got trapped in my bathroom one time.
Oh
I
no.
did. Because there
Okay.
was a bug, and I had to scream for help because I refused to touch it.
Okay, Manny. It's your turn still, technically.
Oh,
You've kept up your
so-
pass without a trace. You are currently in tiny spider cow form. Do you
Well,
want to move
I also,
anywhere?
did a nature check. Doesn't that cost an
No,
action?
that's technically a free action. Stuff like that is just kind of, unless you're going to physically check out something, you're just running a thought through your head and seeing how well the thought forms, basically. You're basically running a do you know this information test that doesn't technically take time.
I'm gonna stick to the shadows. I'm passing my turn.
Okay, sounds good. You are sticking to the corners. All right, in that case, it is now this guy. This guy walks over and starts checking around the entrance and ducks and looks around. And Manny, I want you to make another stealth check. I'm gonna say you
Okay.
have it at advantage as well because he's not really looking in your direction. He's checking your general, like again, video game cone kind of situation. You're in the cone, but you're kind of behind the barrel, and he's not really looking at you. You might be outside of his zone.
So cool thing about spiders is they get +4 on stealth checks.
Sick. But you should also still have a
So
plus
I
10.
have the +10, the +4,
Uh-huh.
the guidance, and I have a roll, the normal roll. So
Gotcha.
And don't
Let's
you
go.
have inspiration points as well?
I
Just
do.
in case.
Well, damn, glad I have all that stuff, because 5 plus 10 is 15, plus 4 is 19.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, 19.
You do recall I said you have advantage as well, so you get to roll
Oh,
again.
I forgot about that. Sorry, I'll do that.
You're good. Because, again, he's not really looking at you. He's just
Alright,
kind
I
of
win.
checking the area.
So then 19 plus 10 is 29. Shall I continue?
Good lord.
Nah, you're good. He didn't beat you. All right, but he is now kind of like ducking around and looking at the entrance of that way. He's checking out where you just came from. Like, what the hell was that? I swear I felt something. Did I hear something? I'm not sure. Life is confusing.
I don't like this existence.
Hey, Garm.
Yo.
It's your turn. Are you remaining ready at weapon, etc., in bone form?
Yeah, I just have my weapons at the ready, like so I can grab them
Yep.
quickly. Just
Okay.
sailing down with my army of fish. I guess I'll just ask wave. It nearly go time.
Yes.
It nearly showtime. Is fish still ready?
Fish. Hold on, I guess.
Yes, Garm, the fish are following along the boat. What exactly is it you wish for me to ask them to do again?
Win.
Fish will defend homeland. Fish will jump out and attack people who touch me. Fish will be strong. Fish will be insert Beowulf like
Okay,
Uh,
gotcha.
Speech.
speech.
warrior inspiration speech.
Meanwhile, the
All right.
fish are just
Braveheart
following the
speech.
boat, and the fish are just like, we were sailing along.
Can you roll for me a? You guys think this is this is performance? This is definitely a performance.
Performance. Oh, come on, man.
I will say just
Oh, this is
flat
gonna be
charisma or performance, but it's one of those two.
I mean, it don't matter. I got a -1, so yeah.
Okay.
Let's go.
Well, would it not be the trident
The-
persuasion?
I was just trying to tell you what you were going to roll. I was going to say that the trident is going to give you advantage on it because, again, the trident is kind of translating for you, and it is also like kind of a sea god thing, sort of.
Okay. So rolling 2 die.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
Good rolls. So you got a 6?
I got a 6.
Nice. Wave does his best.
Okay, guys. We're going to go out there, and there's threats, and we're going to fight them. Okay?
And that's Wave's translation.
Wait, no, I lied. I do have a 7. I have a flat 7. Good go.
Okay,
Cool.
flat 7. Still good. Didn't succeed. Alright. I measured out 60. You are making it right here. You got just the tiniest amount of time left. And at that, I'm going to say we are now officially going in initiative order because they have sight of his boat.
Oh no.
Garm, you can hear 2 men talking. And one of them essentially goes, "What the hell? There's no one in it. It's just an empty boat." And then another one goes, "They could be laying down. Stay ready." And that's all you hear. Who's
Okay.
this guy? Okay. That one. That one. Bono, it is now your turn again.
I am still waiting for.
Bono, you would have also heard that, by the way.
Okay.
I will give you even more, slightly more information. Bono, since you're literally in the room and can see everyone, the 2 people who were talking were this guy and the guy to his, like, right next to him.
Okay. I would like to try and sneak my way over. How do I do the thing? You can see my
Yep.
cursor.
And to the left of that, now that you've clicked on it, you should have an option for, like, lines or other things. It defaults
Yeah.
to sphere. But I get the idea.
What about
I need to
cones?
check
Go away.
Sorry, I'm trying to check to see my speed. I can move 20 feet.
You are
So-
tiny. Hey now, who's casting a nuke?
Alright, so 5, 10, 15, 20. I can move onto this wall.
Okay. I'm going to enable flying for you so you can essentially you can control your height so you can give an idea of how close you are or where you are. Okay. That's where you want to
I'm a
stop?
spider. I'll consider myself on that mantle or the
Where the
shelf.
cups are?
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. From that vantage point, you don't see anything else. You just kind of, you can tell from this point very, very clearly, because at this point you're above the river. But yeah, all of the guards, and I'm going to say guards, is whatever you want to call them. All of the seemingly mostly human people with, you know, weapons and armor are all ready and waiting at the entrance of the river.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, can you roll a perception check for me?
Sure.
That 1. Yep, they're definitely people. You think?
So perception, I get +4 on that.
So here's a quick
Good
question.
roll. Good roll.
I got a 10.
Huh?
I thought I came after Garm.
You did.
Did I get to go?
Once. No. You didn't get. Oh wait, hold
We
on.
just started the. Oh wait, yeah.
No, yeah. Somehow No, that's totally on me. I did kind of skip past both of you. That's weird. I'm not sure how I sped
See,
through.
because
You're good.
the reason why I asked
Totally
was
fine.
because I had to run away to go get more hot water for my tea,
All good.
and I had my phone on me so I could still hear what was happening,
Uh-huh.
and so I came back ready to be like, okay, it's my turn, but then it didn't happen, and I was kind of baffled.
No,
But
you're
no,
good. You're good.
it's totally okay. I'm not mad or anything. I just was a little confused. I was like, did I miss
All
something?
good. Thanks for the reminder, and also it wouldn't have altered how this is going so far. Garm hasn't entered the room, so you're fine.
Yeah, no, I figured it wouldn't, because the
Okay.
only thing I was gonna do on my turn anyway was to ready one of my daggers, but that's
Okay.
again no biggie.
Um,
I'm
Manny,
much more interested
with
in
that
hearing about
roll-
the horror creature that is Manny.
with that perception roll, the best you can tell is they're all readying different weapons at the entrance of the river, but you can only really tell that like the guys closest to you have crossbows. You can't really tell what the other guys are wielding from where you are. Apparently, spiders can't see very good.
They have 50 eyes.
They have dark vision though.
This is true, but I think we all know in reality they no see good. They got the whole.
I do have a passive perception of 10.
Okay.
So that was appropriate anyway.
Rafe, it is your turn. Garm is still out of sight, and as far as you can tell, around a corner, down the river. You had not readied your weapon yet, based on your previous statement. What would you like to do?
I would like to ready one of my daggers, but keep a firm hand free to hold on to the boat.
Okay.
And continue to just let the boat troll along the lazy river that's floating.
Yep. All right, sounds good. You have readied a dagger as your primary weapon.
Yep.
Cool. Nope, that's not what I meant to do. That's not. Oh, right. It's because I'm still in this mode. That's why.
Whee!
You are there now. You can see.
Huzzah!
You can see Garm's boat now at the end of the tunnel.
Hooray!
You can also see the tents and stuff for the first time. Or a tent. And some bedrolls, maybe, from here. Maybe. It is now
Fascinating.
Vera's turn to attempt to fix her situation. Alrighty. Oof. Not good.
Sorry.
Not good. She rolled a 7.
Oh dear. Poor Vera. She's
I
just
don't even see her.
she's just not having a good time.
So she has still not been able to fight the river. So in other words, she's still just getting carried along and not even really swimming with it, or like she's basically uncontrolled being pulled along with the river, and she's just holding on to the boat. Now, dexterity. Can she upright into the boat? Oh wow, I rolled so much worse. And there wasn't that much worse to roll, and it was so much worse. All right, with that roll, I'm gonna say she fucking loses grip of it.
Oh no.
She's just like her in the boat or somewhere. Oh, jeez. Oops, wrong one.
She is just having atrocious luck.
Again, not my fault.
I
Just
mean,
have to reiterate that
You-
I
you-
had
you might-
nothing to do with this.
No, I agree. I'm
might
glad
have
it went the way
lost-
it went.
You might have lost some love points there.
I don't think I had them.
Thank you.
Rafe, it is at this point, as you come around this bend and you see Garm ahead of you, and you know Vera's behind you because of the noise she's making, you realize the noise she's making, and you're like, oh no, she's like really actively splashing and flailing around in the water and making sounds like someone is flailing and splashing around in the water, and that sound is not coming from anywhere else. It's very clearly coming from behind you.
I mean,
And I'm gonna go ahead and make a roll.
TPK right here.
Let's see.
I'd
she's
love
gonna
to
have-
help her,
Uh-huh.
but Rafe is very muscly, and so she's very dense. She doesn't swim too good. She kind of
All good.
sinks.
Uh,
I don't know how I could help her.
it's much better than I would have thought. Sadly. That's still way better than I would have thought. Not bad. Okay, she still has the plus 10 from Manny.
Huzzah!
I'm gonna slightly edit what I just said. Rafe, you could tell, because you have very good senses and perception, and you're also a part of the spell. You can
Right.
tell that Vera is making a bunch of noise, but you're tuned into it because, one, you knew it's your partner and you knew your teammates there, and two, because you know Bono gave you guys a spell that's kind of magically hiding you. You're kind of attuned to picking up on like how much sound you're actually giving off versus how much sound you're aware of because of the magic.
Right.
There's not actually that much noise. It kind of just sounds like there's like a boat in the river behind you. You get the sense that the magic is actually doing a great deal to hide the amount of noise she's making.
Nice.
And I'd say you're the only person who's currently in the position to notice that.
Fair enough.
Okay.
I feel bad
That
for
brings
her.
us...
Like, I wish I could help her, but I know logically I would most likely end up in just as bad of a situation.
Fair. That's okay. Sometimes the best thing you can do is just to let the course go as it is.
Yeah. Sorry, Vera. I like you.
All right. It is this guard's turn. Yeah, let's say that that's how this is going.
Not well. At least not on Vera's end.
I'm gonna do a quick odds or evens roll.
Oh dear.
Okay. The guard that felt like he heard something over by the entrance where Bono was, continues to be distracted, essentially, by this weird nagging feeling at the back of his mind. He ducks under the river onto the other side and goes to check this back corner where Bono was.
I have questions about the logistics of that.
Uh-huh.
How did
So-
he do that?
In the rooms where there is space, like the kayak room and in this room, there's 2 feet of space below the river. In the tunnels, there is only about a foot.
Okay.
Yes.
Is he wearing armor?
The answer is yes. And
What
I can give you the exact kind. Should be able to at least. Yeah, he's wearing full plate armor.
How the
I
fuck?
question that
He
because
gets down on all fours and he sides.
This freak of
Scoots.
nature.
I just imagine this like screech chonk, screech chonk, screech chonk.
Yeah.
Oh my god. It's like
Alright.
musical nights.
I will
Yeah, at
increase
that,
my suspension of disbelief.
yeah, at that, I will say
What the
that
fuck did he roll? A nat 20?
no, it wasn't a roll. He didn't have to check for it. They
I
live
call
around.
bullshit.
He's
They
done it. He's done it
you,
before.
yes, that's what I was just about to get to. Is you guys don't have context on why these guys are here or what they're doing. They're used to this and dealing with this thing going through their living space. This is something they've done a lot of times before. You might notice, for example, all the beds are on one side of the room, but he was on the other. They have some way of, getting back and forth on a regular basis.
Okay.
I will also point out and note at this point that Bono, From your position within the room and having surveyed and seen everyone in the room, you would have noted by now that everyone in the room is in plate armor.
Okay.
Oh, this
They
is
are
not-
very well armed, as far as you can tell.
well.
And you
then.
said even Garm can be swept away by this river.
Yes.
Okay.
Again, he didn't go through the river, he went under it, but he went under it in the manner of someone who's practiced at doing something that's slightly, like, awkward and not comfortable.
No, I'm not questioning that.
Okay.
I'm planning
Oh, got
to
it.
push
Okay.
everyone
Gotcha,
into the
gotcha.
river that I can.
Yep, totally. Not a bad idea. It's a great idea, in full honesty. Everyone knows swimming in plate armor's so easy. Alrighty. Hey, Garm. Hey, buddy.
Hello.
It's time. Do you send the fish ahead of you or after you?
Nope, they're following right underneath this boat.
Okay, under the boat. Sounds good.
This
Garm,
ought to be entertaining.
you make it to here. And just for the sake of clarifying where you are on the tiles at this point, I'm going to put you there. And you're technically 5 feet off the ground, so you probably can't even see over the edge of the kayak. Probably. These guys aren't, 6-7 foot tall gladiators. They're just kind of regular sized people. You get to where you are, and above you, you see a net gets cast over the kayak. And you get dragged out of the river,
Oh shit.
and you drop right there.
Oh hell.
Oh fuck.
I
That was-
telepathically
Uh-huh.
tell Wave to tell the fish to hold position.
Okay. With the net grabbing the boat, I'm gonna say some of the fish get pulled out with you. I'm not gonna
Tell
say
them to
all,
hold their breath
but
and
some
don't
of them.
They were also within my 30 feet.
Uh-huh.
They've
Okay,
got
sure.
stealth.
I don't know about invisible fish, but okay.
Well, they're not invisible. They just can't be traced.
I know. I don't know about that, but we'll see.
Tell them
Um,
to hold their breath.
Garv, is there anything you would like to subconsciously send along to the fish that have been pulled with you and or the ones who haven't?
Stay strong.
You get-
Stay strong.
Stay strong. You got it.
Don't
All right.
y'all die on me.
The blind cave fish that
Oh
come
my
out of the
God.
river begin to panic and flail and flap on the ground because they're fish. They don't have arms or legs.
They're doing a terrible job.
I just
Oh.
imagine the sound of the fish flopping, but yet they're not able to see them. It's just like a wet like,
Slap,
and then people are like
slap,
looking
slap,
like,
slap.
what the fuck is this?
What the fuck is that noise? Garm,
Yeah.
your boat clacks loudly into the hard, it's not tile, hard carved stone below the floor. You land on the floor. And now you can see from your side, the river is above you to your right, and above you to your left are two knights who are both holding either side of a net that has just gone around your boat. And technically over you as well, but not, you're in it only in that you're in the boat that it's in. You're not entangled in the net, just to be clear. And the knights look down and they're like, essentially both of them just go,
It's a pile of bloody bones.
hold on.
What is this?
One of the knights goes, you hear one of the knights just kind of mutter, what the hell? It's a dead Minotaur? What? And then the other knight kind of is more composed and yells off to his left. Sir Pluto, you're gonna want to see this.
Do they remove
Um,
the net so that he can see easier?
Nope.
Wait a minute.
It's your turn when this happens. What would you like to do? No one else has had any actions. This is what's happened until you act. You can choose to continue to faint, It's entirely up to you.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
What was the name of Snarla's lover?
Bucket. Bucket with
Okay.
an R.
Okay.
Burkett.
For some reason, I thought you said his name was Blue, so I was extremely confused. 'Cause
Okay.
all I remembered was the B part, and I was like,
Yeah.
wait a minute, how is he alive?
It's
Pluto with a P.
like
Yeah, like the planet.
or
Yep.
the Sea King.
Oh, okay,
So-
got you.
I tell the fish, attack anyone who comes close to the river.
Okay.
And then I'm just gonna continue fainting for a second.
Okay.
Kill yourself for the cause.
Okay. At that, I'm gonna give the fish. I'm gonna say this small army of fish that you have amassed are on your turn initiative. And one of the knights has, on the other side of the river, has like stepped forward to kind of look up and down the river, being like, "What the fuck was that?" And then he gets mobbed by fish diving out of the river.
I mean,
Well,
Do
to
they
be fair,
do they
getting
drag him in, or do they
No.
just?
No, they don't have limbs. They can dive in or out of water. That is it.
so to be fair,
Uh-huh.
I have been stabbed by a catfish, Finn.
Uh-huh.
That shit hurts.
Totally.
like-
These are not catfish. These
But
are
they-
blind cave fish.
But they still have
That I have
fins.
weaponized.
Yes.
But they still have fins, and fins have spines, and
Actually,
those...
many fish fins are not spiky and pointy.
So just the blind cave fish.
Also, these guys are wearing armor. Like
Yes,
plated
correct.
armor.
It's not like they're
Just
yeah.
saying, if I got
feel
bitch
you.
slapped in the face by a fish, it
I
would...
feel
While
you.
wearing
This is
armor.
this is the equivalent of
Are their
you know,
faces armored?
you know when you've seen videos of salmon diving out of water and hitting people?
Yeah.
That's happening, except these fish are like the size of your fist at best.
Oh, so they're not big. They're
No.
little fish.
They're
No.
giving it everything they got, though. God
But
damn.
they,
Got
I will
it.
say,
So-
some 20 to 25 fish dive out of the water at this night, throwing their lives away for your cause, and they don't
It's not-
succeed
It's their cause.
for this cause that they have been somehow convinced of in their limited fishy brains. And they rolled a 5. I didn't mean to roll it again. I'm trying to get rid of it and I'm forgetting.
19. That's
There we
much
go.
better.
No, they rolled a 5. I wanted you to see the fish roll. And the fish have succeeded in distracting and utterly confusing 2 of the guards. These 2 knights are very just like looking all over the ground and going, "What the hell?" One of them's getting occasionally pelted with another fish and just being like, "What? Stop it. Why are they doing this? What is going on?"
Something fishy going on.
All right, Garm, is that your turn then? You just let the fish go and you continue to play safe? Or are you surprising your attack now? What are you doing?
I
Gotta wait for
ready
that
an
net
I
to come
ready
up.
an attack for if someone gets close.
Okay. I will give that. Well, I will say close as in closer to you specifically, because the two knights that pulled you out of the river are literally standing next to the kayak. You can see them because they're right next to you.
If they make a move, any move other than being right there, like closer to me, or try to move away, I'll make a move.
Okay. All right, sounds good. On that note, it is now this knight's turn. All right, cool. I'm so glad in the past I already marked all their health. This knight remains at attention. This is the knight who's covered in fish. I'm gonna say it is now Fish Knight's turn, and he like starts swatting some of the fish away from the river. He's like, "Oh, I guess we have dinner later." Strange. And it is now Rafe and Vera's turn, who again, I'm gonna concede to their order of operations in the river. Rafe, it is now your turn. You're in the river. You saw, because you're readying, you saw that Garm got pulled, kayak and all, out of the river with a net. And then you saw
Yep.
another knight walk up from the opposite side, and as he was about to turn and look down the cave to see you, a bunch of fish started pelting him. So, huzzah! The fish plan had an effect.
I will hold in my laughter.
And currently, you can tell you have not been seen. And
Right.
something may be happening to Garm, but you're unsure. You have not heard any sounds of battle yet. What would you like to
Right.
do?
Well, I've already got my knife ready.
Uh-huh.
So, I'll just let the river flow take me where it takes me. I don't really want to try and speed up, and I don't really want to try and slow down because
That's
then
fair.
my luck will be that Vera will
I will
bonk
say,
into me.
are you still intending to try and kind of... I know this sounds silly, but you know you have a magic thing hiding your presence to some extent. Are you trying to remain hidden in the boat in some way to surprise someone when they check the boat, or are you trying to be ready to leap out of the boat as soon as you get out of the cave side?
Oh, I'm
Which
ready
of the
to
two?
leap out this
Okay,
thing. Like
got it.
I've got like imagine like surfers how they like crouch down on their board.
Yeah.
I've got one hand holding the side of the boat to keep me steady, and then I've got my dagger in my hand. So I'm ready to leap out or do whatever I can.
Okay,
Especially now that I saw that net go flying, I'm like, oh hell no.
got it. All right. So then you'll know you saw the net come from the left, and that Garm has been dragged off to your left, and that there is at least another guard to your right.
Yep.
I'm gonna say knight. Guard just seems like the apt term, but they're knights.
Yep.
Okay. Then that is what happens with you. Yep. Go
If
ahead.
it makes a difference, I am going to be readying myself to jump towards where Garm got hauled.
Okay. Yes. That is helpful.
Okay. Yeah. Because I saw Garm go that way, and I'm
Mhm.
like, I want to go help my party member.
Okay.
So I'll be ready to go in that direction.
All right. Sounds good.
Cool.
It's now time for Vera to struggle.
Poor Vera. I'd
Strength
help her if
check.
I could.
Good rolls, Vera. Good rolls. And Dex check. Good rolls, Vera. Good rolls.
5 and an 8. Oof.
Wee. Oh, hold on. Let me
boy.
measure. Alrighty. Jump. Vera continues to flail down the river, not even like consistently getting above water. She's just like occasionally grabbing gasps of air. She's like, help, fuck. Like you guys have seen that extremely funny clip from an anime, a really old anime called Golden Boy, of him swimming across a
Yeah.
pool and like gasping and like manically, like nearly drowning.
Technique.
Yes, exactly. That is exactly what Vera's doing.
Poor Vera.
Like, if she could get her feet out and touch the ground, she could basically stand up in this and then just get knocked over again. So that is what is currently happening with Vera. Alrighty, it is now this guy's turn, who stands at attention. This other knight next to Bono.
You mean Garm.
Garm, yes, sorry. This is the knight who was more at attention, who called Sir Pluto over. He is going to ready in action, but he remains put. Bono, it is now your turn.
All right. Let me check I need to go here. Damn. Poor choice choosing a spider if I needed to move so much. Let's see.
Curse my tiny cow legs.
His tiny utter cow legs.
I did not use my okay, so I do still have, I can use Gust of Wind still, and then I have Awesome. I think we'll be all right.
What's the
Okay,
plan,
so,
man?
5, 10, 15, 20. Oh, yeah. I put it in the wrong spot. There we go. Okay. So that's 20 feet.
Okay.
Does it take an action to poof out of wild form? Or wild shape?
No, it's a free action going in and out of it. It's like I think doing it is a bonus action, but coming out of it's free.
Okay. Well, I would like to decide whether I want to be a cow or not. Guess I won't be. I'll do this, and I don't know how to affect my height.
Oh, it's okay. It's control or alt. Alt, I think, is direction. Control is height. Or you click and scroll wheel. Hold on. Yeah, it's control. You just have to click on your character, hold control, and you can, yeah. Do you want to turn off flying?
Yes.
All right. You're back on the ground.
All right. So
Suddenly, a shadow monster pops out of the wall.
I poofed over here.
Uh-huh.
And I'd like to blow these 3 guys. Anisha, come on now.
What?
I'm talking about sexually.
Okay, uh-huh. So you're going to
With a
attempt
gust of
fellatio
wind.
on these 3 men.
Yes, all at once, simultaneously. No one's seen anything like it. Is it too close?
We're not playing that form of D&D today, Manny. I'm sorry. I don't have those rule. I don't have that rule set ready. I got to learn more about that one.
I don't think you have
Work
enough mouths, but
I
You
can't
might-
have enough mouths.
I was gonna say.
There's
I
a
was gonna say,
thing. You got to
have
roll
enough
for circumference. Don't worry about it. Anyway, please move on.
Oh my god. Oh.
Okay, let's see. There is some math on this. A strong line of wind, 60 feet long,
All right,
10
hold on.
feet wide blast from an area you choose. Push 15 feet away.
I have turned on the sweat option. Vera is currently covered in water and sweating and panicking. I forgot that was a thing.
10 feet wide. So it is not. Okay, I can still move some more now that I'm in.
Yeah, it's essentially you used up 20 feet of movement, and you still have whatever other movement you would normally have. So,
60, I think.
I think 30 normally.
30. It is 30. I get an
Yeah.
extra 10
Mhm.
feet. So if I get at the right angle, would you allow me to blow all 3 of these guys into this?
Depends. Got to give me a description of your spell, your wind tunnel blast.
So it is a line of strong wind, 60 feet long and 10 feet wide.
Okay.
From a direction
So-
you choose.
To 10 feet wide, you can catch 2 of them no matter what easily. I would say if you were standing, I'm gonna grab my cursor. If you were standing,
Diagonally.
yeah, diagonally here.
There?
I mean, to hit both all 3 of them, yes. If you were gonna center mass the middle guy and catch either of the other 2 on either side,
Damn. Let's see. 10.
because here, let me draw a line.
Let's see.
This is 13 feet.
That's fair.
Or it would be 15 feet, actually, if I can. Yeah, there you go. That's 15 feet from corner to corner. So if you were gonna-
This, though, is 7.7. This is 10
Math.
feet.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but like the cone, right? So if I was if I'm here, right?
Yep.
Then I just need to get a cone.
So it's not a cone, though. It's a cylinder. 10 feet wide. It doesn't get wider.
Why am I tripping about that?
I don't know.
Well,
You
even-
said
even
it's
then-
60 feet long, 10 feet wide.
Yeah. So even then, like, so 15
could-
feet is this angle, and I'm not trying to be obtuse or anything.
Yeah, I know. You're good.
This, like, that's perpendicular to this, right? Like, that's 15 feet. So you need to do, it needs to be perpendicular. Hold on.
If you were going to catch all 3 of them within it,
It would need to be.
I think you're going to be at a bad angle where you're not going to actually be pushing them necessarily into the water. They'd be like hitting this brazier, whatever. Like 2 of them are going to hit the
Which
water
is 15
probably.
feet away.
15. Okay, maybe. 5,
Yeah,
10.
so, like, as
Yeah,
long as I
maybe.
can get the right angle, like,
Yes,
I
I agree.
should be able
Yeah,
to be
yeah.
like here-ish and
Yeah,
be
that's
able
what that's
to
I was saying initially that I was thinking it'd be about.
hold-
Whoops, what the hell? Oh, that's because okay. I was saying initially that I think you'd have to be like here to knock all 3 of them. Like the line draw through here is hitting all 3, centering on this middle guy. More or less.
All right.
And then at this angle, you have 15 more feet to go. Whoops, damn. Eh. So then this is 20-ish. So let's go. Yeah, I'd say you could hit all 3 of them if you could get to there, more or less. And then they'd all have to make their rolls and such to see if they get knocked in or not.
Well, damn, can't do that.
Yes,
I have
slightly.
to. I have
You can
this
get to
much
about,
more
yeah.
to
You got to there.
move. So I guess I'll aim for these 2 fellas. Whoops. No, Lord Jesus, these 2 guys.
Okay.
I'm assuming that's Plato. I mean,
Pluto. Ah, yes, Plato, the great
Plato.
philosopher.
Or Play-Doh,
Alright.
the goopy green stuff, the goop stuff.
That's
that's
Play-Doh.
Play-Doh.
Silly.
You know.
Okay, so then yeah, I'd like to cast
Gust of wind?
Gust
Or-
of Wind.
Yeah. Okay. What are the rolls involved? What am I doing? What are my resistances? Is it a saving throw? Is it a check?
Let's see.
What is your spell
Uh,
DC?
Each
All of the above.
creature that starts its turn in the line must succeed a strength saving throw or be pushed 15 feet away from me in a direction following the line. So this is probably going to mess with these guys over here too. And
If you
sorry,
want to
go ahead.
angle it that way, you definitely can. I would
Well-
guarantee you could hit all of them if you did that. So you'd be looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5,
go
10,
up to
15,
6.
20, 25, 30. Yeah, you could push the other 2 into the wall near Garm if you angle it right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Let's see. Any
They are going to
creature
get buffered by the
line
river a bit.
2 feet of movement for every 1 foot it moves when moving closer to you.
Okay, so it basically halves movement if they try to work their way up the wind towards you.
hmm
Got it?
The gust disperses gas vapors. That's not important. Flames area. It causes protected flames. That's a 15%. No, that's not important. Bonus action on each of your turns before the spell ends. You can change the direction in which the line blasts away from you.
Ooh. Neat.
Well,
can
so
definitely
then
get
I
fucky
can,
with that.
I can use that to blow
Yes.
all 3 in.
Correct. It'd take an extra turn. So you'd use it, push the first 2 in, bonus action to curve it, push the next guy in.
Okay, so then I'll push these 2 in, and then I'll use my bonus action to blow this guy in and blow them up against the wall, and leave it there until my next
Okay.
turn.
Okay. Does it say bonus action on each turn? Or does it specify like
Yeah,
following
each
turn kind of situation?
As
Each
a
turn.
bonus
Okay.
action on each of your turns before the spell ends, you can change
Okay.
the direction. It
Cool.
lasts
And-
for up to a minute or a concentration,
Okay.
which means
Got it.
Pass Without a Trace is gone.
Yep. Awesome.
But do I need to? It says I just do it.
Yeah, so basically it happens, but now they have to. Okay, so here's where your specific thing is. They make the
Oh,
check
it's
on their
strength.
turn.
It's a strength saving throw. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I got you.
But that means you can't in the one turn get all three of them because they're not in the wind during their like it doesn't happen right away. As it hits their turn, the first thing they do is they have to succeed their saving throw. And then they get pushed if they fail. So then once it gets back to your turn, you could bonus action and move it to the third guy. But you can't currently hit currently you could potentially hit 5 of them with a turn and a bonus action. You're going to have to keep it on your focus first. So I would say if you focus on Pluto and the guy next to him, you can hit the other 2 near Garm in one push without having to move it. So do you want to keep it there for now? So that's hitting 4 of the 5, and then the turn after, depending on how it goes, you can adjust.
Yeah, just because I don't know if Pluto and the other 2 guys are gonna move. So
His
Right.
name is Plato.
sorry,
Nope.
Pluto. My bad.
You don't know his full name yet. You've just heard them refer to him as Sir Pluto.
Plutus Plato.
So yeah, I will try to blow these guys' highs
Okay,
into the water.
sounds
And
good.
Also push these guys up
Into
against
the wall. Yeah. Okay, sounds good. So I will keep mentally marked that those are the guys you have hit. I don't believe they've added spell effects and stuff like static effects to Tailspire yet, though I'm sure that's something on their to-do list eventually. So we'll just remember currently that a line from where Bono is to the guys next to Garm, everyone's getting blown away from Bono. And just so I can deal with this as it comes up, they have to make a strength saving throw. Did it say what the saving throw is, or is it just your spell save DC?
Strength saving throw or be pushed away.
Yeah, okay. So what is your spell save DC thing? Should be on your
caster modifier.
It's sort of like that. There's a specific section that's spell save DC. It's it should be on the second page.
Plus my proficiency modifier plus my wisdom.
There you go.
So my proficiency modifier
Probably 3 proficiency bonus. It's above your main stats on the first sheet.
Oh, I see. Okay, so 12. That's 8 plus 4, and then my wisdom is also 4.
So 18?
Yeah. Wait. Oh no.
No?
12 plus 4.
16. Okay, my bad.
You're good.
Okay, so 16 is the DC that they have to beat strength-wise. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, it is now this knight's turn. So what happens is a giant wind gust pops out of nowhere, out of a shadow demon that popped out of nowhere, who popped out of a spider behind a bunch of people. Garm, you see none of this, but you hear, and I guess what you do see is the 2 guys to your left are suddenly, their like cloaks are billowing like crazy, and they're both like holding up their arms and shields and being like, what the fuck?
So you're saying they're distracted?
They are, but it is not currently your turn. But yes, they are currently like, what the fuck? And they're turning their attention to what's happening. This other guy, however, whose turn it is on the other side, sees all of this happen and uses his turn to go, "We're under attack! Pluto, watch out!" And you kind of see that he signals, or Bono would at least see that he signals in Bono's direction. He sees Bono.
But he's distracted with fish.
No, that is not the Fish Knight. This is the guy standing next to Fish Knight, who's kind of been laughing at Fish Knight, but is now like, oh, this is a problem. This wasn't just Fish being silly. And since it is his turn and he can see,
He can see silence.
the it's really cool. Sorry, I just had to double check an ability they had, and I'm just like, oh, that's really neat. Yeah, he's gonna use an ability called Leadership.
Oh dear.
He signals to Pluto. He is using it on Pluto. And basically he just says, Sir Pluto, look out, and points behind him. And what this will do is when Pluto gets a turn, if he attempts to make an attack roll or a saving throw,
He gets advantage, probably.
he gets to add a d4. So it's basically, what's the spell Manny keeps using? My brain just blanked on. Uh-oh.
Guidance.
Guidance. It's basically guidance indirectly. Without using magic. Okay. Cool. That is one of its actions.
One. Oh, jeez.
Oh, these are normal people. They have a move and an action. And a bonus action and all the normal things. Oops, hold on. Okay, he can make it to there. And I'm gonna say this knight runs halfway across the room. He'd be like, hey, stop that. And that's it. He starts charging Bono and warns Sir Pluto. Alright, it is now the knight next to Bono, or next to Garm. This knight has to make a strength saving throw, and he has to beat a 16. Damn. And he rolled a nat 20, so...
He
dear.
shrugs that stuff off.
Well, he's got, like, another knight and also a floating river kind of blocking some of the wind for him, so he's getting the least amount of the wind easily. There's, like, the wind's hitting 2 other knights, the river, another knight. So he's feeling it. And he's just like, what the hell is happening? What is going on?
Well, you resolve that. I'm gonna get a cider.
Sounds good. You enjoy your cider.
Meanwhile, I'm over here crunching on Ricolas.
I'm going to say that what this knight does is he doesn't understand what they've pulled out of the kayak or how it's related, but he understands that something is clearly up, and he's heard a knight shout that they're under attack. So he kicks the side of the kayak to flip it over. He doesn't understand it, he doesn't know what's going on, but he doesn't trust it. And so he's gonna go and try and kick the kayak Garm is in to flip it. I am gonna let that trigger Garm's held reaction if he wishes. So I will wait until he gets back real quick. And I am going to, well, that next guy is going to be based on that as well. So yeah, we'll leave it there for now. I'm going to make a quick roll to see if he can handle his strength roll to flip this thing. And he can. Okay, so yeah. This knight is attempting to flip the boat that Garm is in. Everyone else, think out and plan out your turns. Bono, good move, good initiation. You used your abilities in a good way and set yourself up in a good spot. Hopefully you survive, but you definitely, like, this is a good way to start the fight, is potentially incapacitating 4 of them in a very specific way, allowing 2 of them to get ambushed by Garm. Good setup.
GG, Bono.
Yeah.
My sinuses are killing me.
I am glad I am not currently suffering from the sickie, and I am sorry that you are.
I'm just mad that I got it again. Like, I looked back in my history of messages in our D&D group chat,
Yep.
and I realized it was 3 months almost to the week
Mm-hmm.
that I last had it.
I was telling Seb that I would start screaming and throwing a bitch fit at anybody who, however you're catching it or who you're catching it from.
Yeah,
I'd be
and that's
avoiding
the
them like
thing
the plague.
is, like I know I told this to Seb and Manny. I don't think you were here for it. I actually
Okay.
don't even know how the hell I got it
Gotcha.
because thanks to Dad having his dental surgery,
Yeah.
I haven't gone anywhere.
Gotcha.
And the one time that I did go out grocery shopping with Oma, both of us masked up. We
Yeah.
sanitized the cart with the little sanitizing wipes that we had. We used hand sanitizer when we got back to the car. We washed our hands when we got home.
Yeah.
Like, I do not know how the fuck I got it. And here's the kicker, I'm the only one that got it. My dad's perfectly
Yeah.
fine.
I mean,
My
that's good.
Oma, yeah, like, and my aunt, who I hung out with the Friday before dad's
Mm-hmm.
surgery, she's perfectly fine. Her daughter's perfectly fine. Nick, who I literally share a bed with,
Yeah.
is perfectly fine. And I'm like, what the actual bullshit is this? Like, I'm
Why,
so
God?
tired of
Why?
this.
I'm
Like,
sorry.
it's life. I'm kind of just resigning myself to knowing that I'll probably catch some horrific thing and then die. I just
I mean,
don't
that's what's
care
gonna happen to
anymore.
most of us, to be fair.
Yeah, I'm just kind of at the point now where I'm like, I can't bring myself to give a shit anymore. I'm
That's fair. Just gotta live with it.
so over it.
Are y'all waiting on me for some reason?
Yep. All good.
Yep.
So the knight closest to the wall next to you, his action for the turn is basically he doesn't understand what's going on with the kayak that you're in or what he's seeing it full of and doesn't know how to process it, but he heard a guard yell, "We're under attack," and he's getting buffeted by wind, and he's like, "All right, fuck this." And he just goes to kick the kayak you're in to flip it over. He's like, "I don't know what this is, but I'm just gonna make this a problem for later and flip the kayak over," is kind of what he's going for. Just put it under the kayak. Hopefully we don't have to worry about whatever this is in the net. Do you
Cool.
want to use your reaction?
I rated an action, so you know.
You did, correct. That's why we waited. So he succeeded on his roll, but I will let your action go off first, which may interrupt and prevent him from doing what he wanted to do. What do you do?
I am going to cast Cube of Force.
Ah,
Side 5.
okay.
Nothing can pass
Awesome.
through the barrier. Walls, floor, and ceilings can pass through at my discretion. So I'd get, I guess
Yeah.
I'll let the water flow through.
Okay.
This thing is.
And
It
for those
is-
who do not know, he's using Wave, which is a sentient, legendary, trident magic thing that he keeps talking to that helps him command fish. And one of its innate abilities is this cube of force, essentially.
Which he is used to great purpose quite often.
Yes. How big? Amcube.
About yay big. More square though, because I ended up on the wall.
Yeah, see
I was
that.
gonna say, I was like, that is one fucked up looking square.
It's 15
You-
feet aside.
Point of note, you can grab the white. If you're the one who put the line down, you can grab the dots individually and move them.
Oh yeah.
Just
Yeah.
to be
That's even
clear,
worse.
any fish within this area, like, they get expelled too, right?
Yeah, because it's nothing. Nothing can pass through.
Yep. All right, sounds good. Some of the fish's lives might be saved. They're gonna get forced back into the water.
So anything that's not in here,
Uh-huh.
blah blah blah,
What about the kayak?
it'll just get forced into the ground.
It can't. So I'm asking you, are you allowing the kayak into your force, or is the kayak gonna vibrate into an explosion?
Oh dear.
Let's say that because
Oh no.
because
Okay.
it's the spell says nothing can pass through.
Yep, that
And
is
it
correct.
specifies walls, floors, and ceilings.
Yep.
So,
Sounds good. Yeah, but you get to choose what is allowed through. Like other people and allies and such.
No.
Nope.
It's side 1, gases, wind, and fog can't pass through.
Right.
Side 2, non-living matter can't pass through. 3 is living matter. 4 is spell effects. 5 is
Right.
nothing.
But for example, you get to stay within it. Is there not some other part of the description that it's centered on you and nothing you out, like as long as it fits those parameters, you can't allow other allies within it? Because that, I say this because the entire intent of this weapon when it's initially given to you is your get out of jail free card if you had collapsed the water bubble and everyone was going to get boiled alive. How you use that item to survive is you make it prevent water from getting in and your allies walk out safely.
Well, I guess I'll let the fish exist.
Okay.
I'm gonna let the boat get exploded into a disexistence because shrapnel. But I'm not gonna allow the other people inside my bubble, so they get to be thrown away.
Okay, that sounds good. Okay, well,
Vera and Rafe are in for a treat.
yeah, that's gonna be interesting.
They
They're
were
gonna-
not allowed in the
Their
bubble.
kayaks are gonna get knocked to one side of the river. That's okay. So this guy, hold on. Let's say you were aiming here. 10. Yep, this guy gets knocked out of Manny's wind tunnel. And this other guy also gets knocked out of Manny's wind tunnel. But he had already passed his save, so that's less important. Alright, yeah, that prevents them from knocking the boat open. They both get flung over. The net that was wrapped around you in the kayak just explodes off and comes loose and flies out into the open. So you are no longer having to deal with net problem. Kayak, remind me, did you say that one can stay?
No.
Okay, no kayaks, understood. You're in the kayak. So do you step out of the kayak? Do you stay on top of it? What do you do?
As the kayak explodes from being
It's gonna like
inside.
vibrate across the floor and get smushed a little and get fired out of the zone, or it's just gonna splinter into a bunch of directions. Your choice.
It's gonna splinter into a bunch of directions.
Okay.
All the fish.
As it explodes out, I'm gonna use half my movement to stand up.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to scream. What am I gonna scream? The tidal wave has come. Wave comes for you now.
Awesome.
And then I'm going to just move the 5 feet, and I'm just gonna swing like.
Are you dropping the force cube? Because if you move towards him, you're just gonna push him further away from you.
Oh yeah, I guess. Yeah. I'll tell. What's his name? Wave to disengage.
Okay.
Force field.
At your statement of declaration, the yelling, the tidal wave, etc. Wave goes.
Goes, ooh, good one.
We
Then I'll
lose.
move
Okay,
5
what's that?
feet and attack the man in front of me as soon as I stand up.
Okay, sounds good. Sudden charge. The guy whose turn it is currently that you interrupted, who gets forced back by your wall of shit and then suddenly is dealing with an undead minotaur and an exploding kayak, goes, I don't know, they're equivalent to Jesus Christ, and shouts to the rest of the team, they've got undead! They've got a necromancer!
They probably, considering where they're located, it would probably be something along the lines of Craftus Crab.
Yeah. Caractus. What? They don't worship him like a god. That's not right.
Damn.
Yeah, not quite.
How unfortunate.
But yeah, I will say that he shouts about the undead and the possible necromancer situation.
By the gods.
As chat says, by Long John Silver's beard.
Oh, that's a good one.
That is silly. Alright, Garm, yeah, you can step up, and you're attacking the one to your right,
Sorry.
closest to the wall or not. The one whose turn it is that tried to kick your boat over is the one closest to the wall, who, by the way, is now standing next to other fish they've caught, you can see. Okay, you said yes?
How dare you attack my fish friends?
Who are all
They
like
have
laying
knives.
laying on the ground around you, dying, and you're not saving them.
And then I'm going to attack the guy on the left, yes.
All right,
with
sounds good.
my reaction, I guess.
Sounds good.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Yep.
Subscribe,
at it.
motherfucker.
Supplies, motherfucker.
Chicken fries,
Chicken
motherfucker.
fries.
That's what I'm eating.
I love it.
All right, go ahead. Roll your attack.
Alrighty.
Are you trying to find it?
I stab with wave and I stab with my great axe.
Sounds good.
So I gotta find my stat block because I can't remember.
What your attack bonus is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I know wave gives you a +2, I think, on it when
That's
you
what
attack
I
with
wanted.
it. So that's on top of whatever your attack bonus is.
nice.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Wave, I got a 14,
Okay.
and the great sword. You son of a bitch. I got a. Oh boy, a. There's no bonus for offhand, so 10.
Okay. The knight that you jump out and surprise attack, to his credit, manages to parry and deflect both of your blows, one with a shield, the other with his sword.
Oh shit, he's playing Dark Souls.
I mean, to be fair, those were very pathetic rolls.
Yes, correct. Not great. But
Yeah, but
That
that
is
knight's
how
been
it
doing
goes.
a great job.
this is true. He has yet to fail a roll yet. Apart from being rather confused by his situation. Alrighty. Well, in that case. Hold on, I'm gonna switch books real quick. I'm gonna shift stuff around so that I can use the one that I keep having to reference slightly more often. Okie doke. Alright, that'll be that. So it is now going to be this other knight's turn, who is behind the tipped over table on Garm's side. He
Unfortunate.
yells ahead to his brethren. I'm just gonna full on. Hold on, wait, where is it? Where is it? Which one? Which one is it? I swear I moved those. They reset. Okay. He's gonna go.
Brothers, duck!
That's a dark voice.
Apparently, this guy's some Warhammer.
I was gonna say that's my Space Marine voice. They're in helmets. Why not?
Oh lord.
They're in helmets and they're all knights. Probably not as electronic sounding as that was. And he says duck because he is firing a heavy crossbow at Garm.
Oh dear.
He's a firing his laser.
He is. Garm, what is your AC?
It's a whopping 17.
That's pretty dang good. Alrighty. He fires an arrow, and it straight up hits you and bounces off. Clink!
Ooh.
Like it
Garm?
clips some. Yep, it's straight up Garm. It hits
How'd he
some
get
part of
close
you.
enough?
What?
Oh, he took down his cube.
Yeah, he had. Yeah, because he went on the offensive. He had to drop the cube to do an attack. Yes.
I fired and I missed. Fired
Yes,
again,
correct.
I
He fired and he
missed.
missed, and he can't fire the crossbow again in the same turn because they have to be reloaded. And I'm gonna be fair, even though that's not in the description for the character. That's bullshit if he does that. So. All right, interesting.
Your puny attacks mean nothing before the great tidal wave.
Exactly. So, I'm gonna have to mark this somehow. So I am going to. Hold on. I've gotta find a system for marking this real quick. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use the torch system on all of the knights individually. And this represents an ability that they have that they can also use only once. And does Dooflotchy here have this ability as well?
Wait, Sir Bluto already went?
No,
Which
he is
way
not.
does it go?
It goes right.
To the right.
Yeah, to the right.
He's
Yeah.
up next.
Yeah, he's up next. All right, those guys all have it. This guy, torch. Okay. All right, so the one who charged Manny has already used it, and this guy is gonna use his as well, so it's gonna go away. So basically, when I turn off the torch, they have used their one-time leadership ability. This knight, after firing his crossbow and it not doing anything to you, it hits some part of your armored form, what little armor you do have on you. We'll say you have some kind of neat helmet thingy. You have like a faceplate thing, correct? That you've described before that's like partially wooden, I think?
Yes.
Okay, it's gonna hit that and deflect off of that. Or stick into it. Either way. He does that, goes to reload his crossbow, and then shouts to the knight friend to your right. And says, and basically tells him, hold the line, I'll get him. And gives that guy a D4 leadership bonus thing as well. So, on an attack he makes against you, or a saving throw that he has to make, he will have a D4 bonus. It's a one-time thing, and then it disappears.
Nothing can stop the drowned.
Goodness. Correct. That is exactly what they're...
Those people that control fish and turn into creepy hoof spiders.
Exactly. They're fighting some terrifying shit right now. They see a shadow demon. They don't know about the hoofed spiders, but they see a shadow demon who showed up out of nowhere, controls the wind, and a fish-wielding necromancer minotaur, maybe.
Skeletal minotaur.
Exactly.
And
As far
then
as they know.
a knife-wielding hyena.
Exactly.
Shit's getting real, yo.
Yes.
And they haven't seen you yet.
Yep. We're working our
Haven't
way
even
there.
come out. Yep, although I don't know how much longer I can go because all of my cough drops has made me kind of nauseous, so...
Oh no.
Ooh.
If need be, we can take a break. Let me know if anybody needs to call a break. We can take a 5-10 minute break. But otherwise, just let me know if that's needed or not. Okay?
And now, once I'm done, I'm done. But
Okay. You're good for now?
I'll probably have to call it in the next 30.
Okay. No worries. Just let us know.
Yeah. I'm okay for now. I've got some ice water I'm sipping on, but
Ooh, be careful. Water makes you nauseous. Or will make you throw up if you're nauseous.
I've actually found the opposite as long as it is ice cold. If it's like warm, if it's warm, then yeah, no, not great. But as long as it's ice cold, I'm usually okay. But I have to drink it's like little tiny sips really slow. Like I can't guzzle it, because if I guzzle it, yeah, no, not pretty.
Gotcha.
But I think what made me nauseous though is the fact that I've eaten way more cough drops than what they recommend.
Oh, whoops. I missed it.
But I'd rather do that than deal with a sore throat, so. Anyway. So now we get to see Pluto do his shit, right? Yes?
Yeah. Also, I see why you were saying Bluto earlier. I mistyped it when I had named him in the thing. I had mistyped
I could
with
have
a B.
sworn when you first typed it, it was Pluto, though. Like, I read P.
I just changed it just now.
Well, no, I mean, like when I first read it, I was like, oh, Pluto.
Mm-hmm. Who knows?
I
Yeah.
don't know what happened.
Well, it's his
I'm
turn
probably
now.
tripping. Yay, make him do the strength check.
I just figured I had lost my mind and
That is
misread
correct.
it.
But his
All
name
good.
is Pluto, not Pluto.
Holy shit.
That's unfortunate.
This guy's a man.
Uh-oh.
Damn, what a bad roll though.
Let's go!
uh,
He does
Man.
get +4, or that.
yeah, he does
extra
get.
guy.
Yeah, he does get the D4. Thank you for the reminder on that. Actually,
But does it beat 16?
damn, that was not a helpful D4. It just misses. He has a very high strength saving throw. He only has 2 saving throw bonuses, and his strength saving throw is a +9.
Holy
Ooh.
fuck.
This
So
man
is he good?
is Kratos.
No.
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
gonna die.
Just whatever
Alright.
you do, Manny, don't turn back into the spider.
So
I
with
can't.
with the warning, Sir Pluto manages to turn around and look you in the eyes, Manny. He whips around on a cue in your wind wall, and you see his face. And I'm gonna say you see a face that's as scary with context as looking at Kratos and knowing Kratos is about to attack you. This man has a huge scar going across his face, and he's completely missing one eye. He doesn't cover it. There is no eye patch. There is no blind eye thing. He just has kind of a terrifying visage.
We're gonna get fucked, guys.
He is missing his right eye, has a scar going across from like the tip-top right side of his forehead down to his cheek and then across his chin, kind of like an angled L. And he is noticeably physically larger than the other guys in the room.
Shit.
For a brief moment, he locks eyes with you, plants his feet, and begins to take a step forward, and his other foot slips from under him.
Yes.
Whee!
Perfect. Yes. Oh, thank God.
And when he hits the water, he has to make a strength saving throw,
Please,
which
God.
he is very good at, unfortunately. Boing. And when he hits the water, Manny, he plants his feet in the ground below the
In the
river and
ground.
on the ground below the river, and is now holding himself up against the tide with his shield held up over his head, like to the right in the direction the water is coming from.
Duralius, this is bullshit.
Shit. Yeah. Is that no, not Titanus. What's
Titanus.
Titanus. No, what was the guy with the ball sack sword? The guy the other Broof is fawning
Yeah.
over.
Testicles.
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 Is
Yes.
that Testicles?
I'm
series. That series is too good. Anyway, go watch Duralius and Associates if you have the free time. It's worth it, despite how ugly that show is. I promise. It's on YouTube.
I think it's funnier and
Considering they have a character named Testicles, I think
Yes.
I'm gonna have to.
funnier.
And
Testicles
Titanus.
Titanus.
Think about it. Anyway. So yeah, Manny, you see him get blown back in the wind, locking eyes with you, gets blown into the river, but doesn't leave the ground. Like, his feet get blown back by the wind into the water, and he hits more resistance, and now he's getting pushed back and to the left, and now he finds purchase, and he's still locking eye with, like, his one good eye is locked onto you open in the river.
And I go, damn, you're cool.
Nice.
Are there any remaining fish?
Oh my God, no.
I'm gonna roll for that. Seb, odds or evens?
Evens.
All right, Evens, there's still a fish or two.
Good choice. Good choice.
Evens, a fish swims past and slaps him in the face. Like a fish slams into the side of his helmet comedically during this moment.
Oh, that's amazing.
Keeping up the fight. All right. It is still his turn, and he only got pushed back into the river. So he is now going to attempt to leave the river. Actually, he already
by the
succeeded.
way, any
Yep.
creature in the line must spend
Yes.
2 feet of movement for every 1 foot.
Yes,
foot
I
it
remembered.
moves.
Yeah, so he halves his move speed, essentially.
Yes.
Yes.
Also, is
If
he
he-
in rough terrain? Does this water count as rough terrain too?
Not technically. It's a different modifier. Why?
Well, in my brain, like in
Uh-huh.
Bono's brain, he's thinking there's no way you can move in that.
Okay, got it. Noted.
So if he
Listen,
moves,
this
God,
man
I'm
is
gonna
Kratos.
like nut from being
Well-
so. He's just so damn cool.
I have great and terrible news for you. His move speed is 30, so half of
Why?
that is 15. So
Oh,
he
God.
just marches back out of the water up your wind tunnel and gets right up to you.
Oh, fuck.
Like, he does the heavy stomp one thing at a time. And as
I
he's doing
can't
this, he
move.
just shifts his shield from, like, his right when he's in the water. As soon as he's out of it, he shifts it in front of himself, blocking your wind, and then is just marching towards you,
Oh, fuck, he is cool.
right up to your face.
Is he looking eye to eye with me? I'm
Yes,
like,
he's not
tall.
broken eye contact since he turned around.
Damn.
I want this
my
man.
height varies, but in my demon form, I think I'm like 6 or 7 feet.
Uh-huh.
I'm more than 6, but I'm tall in my demon form.
Yep. I don't know if I have a height for him. So I'm gonna take a D10, and I'm just gonna roll what his height is real quick. I'm gonna say he's no shorter than 5 feet. He can maybe be Wolverine if we want. Alright, he's 5 feet. He's 5 feet tall. Sir Pluto is
Great.
5 feet tall, but built like a brick wall.
He is an angry, angry little man.
Yes.
The
Um,
legend of Sir Pluto, the brick
he
wall,
he is human, by the way.
was 5 feet tall.
I believe. Hold on.
I
Where's
mean,
my
it's-
where's my block on him? Go ahead.
It's actually rather fitting that he's named Pluto and is
Mhm.
so small.
Oh yeah, that is kind of funny. Yeah.
And he commands the water around him
Yeah. Although technically,
to go
think-
around him.
I was gonna say, technically, I think Pluto, the planet, was actually Hades, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I'm thinking of Neptune. You're right.
Yeah.
Okay. I need to really quickly Google a magic item that he has on him. My apologies.
All good. Because let's see. Mercury was the messenger.
Mm-hmm. Hermes.
Venus, yeah. Venus was
Venus.
love. So,
Aphrodite.
yep. And then, let's see.
Jupiter is
Earth was Gaia. Jupiter was,
Zeus.
yes. Mars was Aries. Uranus was.
Minus.
Uranus.
Uranus was.
Stop saying it correct, dang it.
Shut
That's
the fuck up.
That's not
Crazy.
correct. It's Uranus.
It's Uranus. Well,
Nope.
I hit like Uranus, and I'm just like, no, you gotta say it wrong because it's right.
Hey, if you put a U in
Uh,
front of the word,
Cronus.
or you who Cronus?
that's
Oh,
so
Cronus.
fitting in such a fun way. I have to slightly add a bit of flavor to his walk back up to you,
Oh boy.
Manny. He doesn't hold up his shield like he's trying to block the wind. He holds it up in the normal stance that one would if they were about to approach someone in a fight, and he just walks up to you. He
Dear.
barely looks like he's resisting the wind at all.
I'm scared. but I don't show it. But I'm
You're-
scared.
are you scared or are you scaroused?
Yes, he's around.
I am aroused as fuck.
That's awesome. And Manny,
If we were running a D&D campaign like this, I would go ahead and say it. I got a damn boner.
Your boner was like
You're like, oh shit.
Oh,
Anyway,
God.
what?
let's see. Yeah, I think he's just gonna start doing this.
Am I intimidated?
Probably.
Okay. I was actually thinking about whether he'd try and intimidate you, but I can't think of a good alternate effect. Other than you just running away, but that doesn't actually benefit him right now.
I just whimper.
You know what? Yeah, he's gonna use his bonus action to try and intimidate you. And all he's gonna say is "Die, demon." That is it. But it probably sounds more like
Why the fuck does he sound like that? His little ass.
Pluto is an entire planet.
All of his testosterone did not go into
It went
growing him
straight to
taller.
his-
It
Went straight to his balls and straight to his throat.
That is his Adam's apple the size of a fucking.
It's not a tumor, it's my Adam's apple.
It looks like a damn goiter, but really it's just his vocal cords.
It's really good. This guy has
When he-
all of
Wait, when he talks, it vibrates like a frog's air sac.
this guy has all of the intimidating presence of Colossus in the size of Wolverine.
Oh,
All right.
my throat
Dude,
hurts
I
from
need
laughing.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
It's an intimidation check, so I believe that's a charisma thing.
Yeah. Do I need to
What
roll?
is intimidation normally versus? I should know that, and I don't.
I mean,
Yeah, you
intimidation
definitely
is
do have to
charisma.
roll. Yeah, so yeah, it's charisma versus charisma then, I would say. Yep.
Do
Yeah,
I
it's
still
a-
have
it's a-
guidance on?
Yeah, you should.
A saving throw.
Yeah, okay, cool. So it's saving throw bonus, by the way, not whatever your other normal
Yeah.
bonus is.
Oh, shit. Alright, I went.
Manny, that's not great.
Oh no. Oh
Well, I think it's fair to say that given how this has gone and the setting of the situation, you are officially, I'm just gonna say, frightened. I'm gonna put you under the status frightened. Hey Seb, while I am carrying out the rest of this guy's turn, can you please look up and remind me the specific status effects of frightened for Manny to deal with?
Yes.
Thank you. All right, Manny, as he does this, he brings his greatsword, which he is wielding with one hand, down overhead at you. What is your AC?
Ask me another one.
What is your armor class?
It's 12.
Okay.
So
Oh.
here's frightened.
Okay.
A frightened creature has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls, while the source of its fear is within line of sight.
Damn.
You also cannot willingly move closer to the source of your fear.
Okay.
Nice.
And
Can we
what?
pause for like
Uh-huh.
5 minutes? Not even
Yeah.
5 minutes, like a minute and a half.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, cool. I'll be right back.
I want you guys to know I rolled a 1 for his first attack, so this is gonna go great. He did all of that grandstanding just to immediately fuck up somehow.
Whiff.
That's the
It's a
best.
win.
It's the win.
Little.
Yeah,
It-
yes.
it
It's the win.
causes
I
his
agree.
sword to go off.
Yep, I agree. Well, remember, I still love this new rule that I picked up from watching other D&D podcasts. One of the Loading Ready 1 ones they did, which I truly love this idea. Anytime a natural 1 happens, everyone at the table gets to pitch an idea, and then we get to vote on what happens.
Okay.
Ow. So what you guys want to chat about while we're killing time? Or do we just want to take a proper break? Oh, hey, you know what? Go ahead.
I'm still good, but I say that he goes to swing his sword and his shield catches the wind and it just he drops his
It's
shield and it
appalling.
flies away.
Okay. We'll come up with the ideas when Ash is back, so that way we don't have to describe them a second time and everyone can still vote and everything. But what we can do, because I just remembered it, we can pop over to our little Be Right Back screen. Boop. And throw up these. Because it's just us, and we're just chatting, and we can use our little reactive
Hey.
Warhammer guys.
I like when I first flipped over to that, it was actually my Discord banner for a moment until it
Yeah, I
was
saw
like,
that
oh,
too.
yeah.
Yeah, I saw that too, and was like, what's that about? That's interesting.
Man, I can no longer just cast magic missile at people now. They've removed that feature or something from the game.
Oh, yeah.
I think because it's not my turn. It's because we're in actual
Yeah,
turn
that
order.
could, yeah, that very much could be the case. You can't just spam not real magic missiles.
Efficiency bonus.
But I want to cast magic missile.
Ooh, I learn a new cantrip next level if I survive, which I probably won't.
Listen, there are 4 people right next to you.
Oh, I get to choose a new spell.
Uh-huh.
I just looked at my chart because I was like, I'm pretty sure I'm not leveled properly at this point.
What level are you, Manny, by the way?
I'm level 9.
Okay.
So I have 4 first level spells, 3 second level spells, 3 third level spells, 3 fourth level spells, which is important for me to note.
I have
And
returned.
I have a 5th level spell that I still need to choose because I haven't done that.
Okay.
So
I had to
that's
grab some
fun.
chips.
Cool. Has Ashley seen our little Warhammer dudes?
I
Oops.
don't believe she's seen mine at the very
Nope.
least.
I don't
Hey
think we've
Ash, you
seen
should
ours.
look at the stream real quick. We have little PNG reactive Warhammer things by the lovely @Blasbaros